it's right. It's right. We're going now, so you can figure out all the stuff that happened before then.
Okay. All the other stuff.
We don't talk about it.
Alright, fine. I'll start the recap. It's not that long this time. When last we left our party, they were a man down owing to Yolya's sudden departure, and so they decided to set off in search of a temporary replacement. The Queen, along with giving them access to the teleportation circles of the cities they previously visited, recommended one O'Malley Jones, but warned them that he is a mercenary and an unpleasant person to interact with. After visiting his local haunt and almost starting a fight with him and his unusual duplicate, they began negotiations, and after much back and forth, it was eventually decided that O'Malley would receive a maximum of 20% of the reward for the next quest the group completed, depending on his performance. They neglected to mention that their next quest would take them to Dragon's Rest. A strangely worded sending spell to Francisca got the party instructions to go to a ship graveyard outside the Citadel of the Moon called Saraha, where she could then pick them up. And the session ended with the party taking a teleportation circle to the Citadel of the Moon, where they will have to find passage for themselves. I will begin the musico, and then we can play the game.
Copyrighted, right?
Yes.
Video is unavailable, yeah. Fuck. Alright. We'll not play the music.
Not that music anyway.
Oh,
Yep.
that video got
Well,
DMCA'd.
it's alright, we're going to do the Spotify music.
Wait, I was going to say, do you even still have the same bot?
This one will play Spotify as well.
Ah, okay.
Lunabot. Why can't we go back to Rhythm, whatever it was called before that?
It's literally dead. It doesn't function.
Yeah, can't we rename it?
They removed it.
Oh, it's so loud. Okay, we're fine.
Yeah, the YouTube bot's dead as well.
The YouTube bot isn't dead. It's running right now. But it just didn't run with that link because they probably removed it from YouTube. I didn't check the old links. Anyway, so you guys are currently, I'd say, having just exited the University of the Prismatic Shard in the center of town. You're in the sort of built-up district, which is where a lot of the governmental stuff is. If you are searching for passage, then a good place to start would probably be Openstone Port, up in the northeast of the town. That's where a lot of the commercial trade is for the town. Alternatively, you may want to start asking locals around, searching taverns. It's entirely up to you.
Have we just entered out of the... So is it sunny outside, or is it...
Yes, so I'd say it's daytime. It's a winter's sort of mid-morning. So, cold sun at the minute. There's no snow on the ground or anything.
O'Malley is wincing at the sunlight. And it has been probably a good few years since his last jaunt into the sky. And he is not used to it. Fucking hell. At that note, did they explain where? Did the party explain to O'Malley where they were going to now? They're going to this.
I don't
graveyard.
believe they did. Maybe you guys would have mentioned trying to get to Saraha, but I think all that was sorted before getting O'Malley.
All right. Yeah, I think it was actually going back to it. So, we are... Where are we again?
Citadel of the Moon.
No, I know.
Well, you would know that, because, they teleported you there. You went to the teleportation circle and said, Citadel of the Moon, please, and handed over your money.
Okay. So we're at the Citadel of the Moon. So why are we here?
We are on our travels, aren't we? Towards... Did we tell him we were on our way to...
You specifically chose not to say that you were going to Dragon's Rest.
Yeah, we just
You're welcome to tell him if you want, but
no, don't tell him.
Not it.
He'll try and up his prices.
Yeah. Well, he did agree to a maximum of 20%. So you can't up him.
True, we shook on it.
Yeah.
So are you going to tell me?
Well. I mean,
or are you just going to stand there and just stare at me?
He's going to find out soon anyway.
I
really, isn't he?
imagine that like the whole group has like gone into a huddle and started
Yeah.
muttering to one another.
But he can
now.
read lips.
Occasionally,
Because
like
it feels-
Erlan looks back over his shoulder straight at O'Malley and then goes back into the huddle. He's not actually saying anything, but
I'm just stood there tapping one foot just crossed, arms crossed.
the Echo tries to join the huddle.
Is DM the
Wait, can we
shadow?
interact with the Echo? I can't remember.
Yeah. It's, a physical object. It's transparent.
Huh.
It doesn't talk at all.
So is
Yeah.
he like Casper? No, wait,
Yeah,
Casper.
More
could
like
go through this.
And it's translucent, so
pale.
it's like grey. Looks like O'Malley.
Does he smell like Marley?
Has slight physical like you can see like you can make out the mouth and the eyes and stuff, but it's like it's no detail really. It's just like where they would be. It's just kind of like just faint as the details, but there's like no expression on the face. Has like a bit of a weird like shimmer wisp to it, where looks like a weird black like mist is coming off it kind of thing.
Can it interact with anything, or is it just
Yeah.
like a ghost?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a physical thing.
It can.
It's you watched it drink. You don't know whether it like can get any nutrition from drinking, but it did.
Where does it go?
Into it.
So you
Down
see
its
the-
mouth.
Do you see the water floating around inside him?
No,
He just absorbs it then.
I guess so.
I want
You don't-
a spectral beings lore episode.
I was going to say we need the science behind
You
it.
could just ask O'Malley more on the Spectre.
Oh
He
yeah,
will
of course.
probably.
I suppose you have like spent a lot of time figuring out how O'Malley works, how the spectral fellow works, whatever. I'm gonna breeze over him just to shove it in your face.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you let him into the circle?
No, because
Oh.
he may be part of O'Malley, but hate him. But I still don't like him. Don't trust him.
He
You can
doesn't
always whisper
hate
into him.
O'Malley. He doesn't hate
He
O'Malley.
mimics
He's
being
just-
really like upset and sulking.
Is Art like anybody?
No, I like Hayarkin.
Everyone
obviously,
apart
but
from Erlan, I
it's
believe.
Erlan now.
Yay.
Well, yeah, Erlan he doesn't like. He likes Mr. Gregory. Whatever. Yeah.
Gregory was in a different campaign and
You're
Art never
getting
met
confused.
him.
You're getting
whatever-
confused now, mate.
I mean, that was my favourite series. That was all.
Yeah, I guess I peaked like 2 years ago.
No, episode 1 and 2 were the greatest.
No, they weren't. They were real bad.
I'm gonna push him out the way, but I'm gonna feed him information later on that will probably be incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, so
Is that to the
we-
to the Echo or to O'Malley?
To the
because
Echo.
I'm not stood like next to you guys. I'm kind of like you've all got into a huddle. I'm about a few paces back, just stood there waiting for a response still,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
getting more annoyed the longer you go without saying anything.
I'm gonna poke my head up and go, "Haha, yeah, I agree. He is a knob." Point my finger over towards O'Malley, and then put my head back into the huddle. So yeah, we can continue discussing. What was our plan from here? Are we going directly towards the?
The boat.
Going to hire a
I
ship, aren't we?
Oh,
to go
Harry,
over
oh
there?
yeah, that was.
Yeah,
planned, so
I think that's why we're here.
You need to get transport.
We
Yeah.
Are
do.
these guys huddling enough so I can't hear them?
I would imagine so. Like they're
Yeah.
aware that you can read lips.
Yeah.
So
So you said open stone port is probably where you can get. Oh, there's a few ports.
That is when you first came to the Citadel of the Moon. That was where you came in, and like you got a lay of the land. So like you know the vague districts and like what is what. You know that like the port that is available for like public and commercial transport is Openstone Port, and the other port is Aegis Port, but that is that's where they keep like the battleships. That's the military port. They don't keep those with the civilian vessels.
I feel like we need a military
I
battle.
was going to say, do we need a military ship? It is
Do
a
you?
pretty dangerous
Well,
area.
Well, I don't know. If we go into Dragon's Rest with a big boat strapped full of cannons or whatever, then I'm sure the dragons are going to be like, "Oh, hold up,
Hmm.
death."
Do we
More
have money
antagonistic
for one of
towards us.
those?
Yeah,
Do we have money for a big
Probably not.
battleship?
How much money do you guys have?
Bank of Yolia's left a building.
Let's see, how much money have I got?
Just commandeer one.
we're doing this on behalf of the Queen. Ot has
I'll put on the Pirates of the Caribbean music, and
Oh,
you
no.
know you can.
definitely going to get me banned.
Should we sneak onto a pirate ship at night and try and steal it?
476 gold. We should steal a pirate ship,
Steal a ship off the sleaziest guy in the pub.
Boris.
Are. So the minute you guys are all in a huddle going, wait, why are we here?
Oh,
No,
there
we
go,
know
my
why.
character sheet wouldn't open for some reason.
How does she wouldn't open?
No, it was just showing my picture, but it wasn't giving me the tabs at the top. But it's alright
Ah.
now.
Yeah, Roll20 was being a bit slow for me earlier, so I boot my PC.
Yeah, it
It's from
seems
now.
alright.
But
So I have 670 gold pieces, and a ruby piece is worth 200.
okay,
So you're fucking
I've got a
loaded.
decent amount of
So
money.
it sounds like I've got quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much these boats are, but I could definitely contribute.
I mean, so it depends. Like, I think you'll have to, ask around in order to get actual prices, but it depends on what you're asking for. If you wanted to buy, a battleship that needs a crew of, 20 people to run it, yeah, that's going to be, tens of thousands of gold, including, paying the crew. If you, wanted something that just you guys could do and you were just hiring the ship for a few days, that's going to be a hell of a lot less. If you want, so it's whether you guys wanted to buy your own ship, whether you wanted to get passage on someone else's ship, whether you wanted to hire a ship, these sorts of
Gonna go to
things.
Dragon Rest.
I doubt there's many other people going there.
Well,
Yeah.
you're not going. Right now, your destination is Saraha. The thing you were told is that you should head to Saraha for now.
Yeah. And then what are we looking for in Saraha?
You don't know yet. You were just told
That's just
one day ago, meet me in 3 days at Saraha. It's
Okay.
about a 1-day journey from here, by estimates. So you've got a day spare.
Okay, so ask around and see if anyone's heading in that direction and see whether we can join their ship.
Okay.
I think that's the best plan of action.
So, open stone port.
Yep.
Okay. So, you guys head through the streets.
Hold on. So they haven't told O'Malley what's going on yet.
Have you told O'Malley what's going on? Have you answered his questions?
We're telling we're going to Saraha.
We've been beating around the bush a bit.
So you're telling O'Malley you're going to Saraha.
I mean, yeah, technically, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where we're trying to get to. So yeah.
Does O'Malley know of Saraha?
Make a history check for me.
Oh, shall I just fail that
Hmm.
now? Because there's no point me rolling something for intelligence, Logan.
You try
I
still.
rolled a 1.
There we go. Nope. You've never been there. Is that where rich people are? Is that where, the person whose job this is?
I heard it's made of gold.
What's the job they hired you for again?
Who am I?
Who am I? No.
How much have you had to
Think of it,
drink
you
this
agreed
morning?
to this without actually knowing what you're doing at all.
Just had the chance of getting rich.
They just told me.
Yeah, the guy that they were getting the job from is exceptionally rich, is the only thing you know.
And I mean, money over everything right now for O'Malley.
Mhm.
But so we're going to a place called Saraha, and we need a boat to get there, which makes sense because we are on a floating island. What is it? Is it another town?
It's another town, but better.
Insight check in that.
Deception check, please, Robert.
Oh, I was just trying to.
You know that that's not true.
I was just trying to mess with him, but sure, I guess. Expertise 27.
Yeah.
It's another town, but better.
Jesus Christ.
The paths are paved with gold.
Alex, just absorb my shit-eating grin.
Expertise. Skill monkey rogues.
Skill monkey, indeed. Just O'Malley's just like, well,
Sounds
say
good.
so, but I didn't know many other places better than one of the big cities. So best be good.
I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite of a hipster. I know of places long before they even were okay, cool, and plenty time before they were actually cool and popular. But it's a cool place.
So you just knew of places when they were shit, is what you're saying.
And
No,
sometimes they become cool, and
It
then
was,
he,
it was
and then he
moderately
plays it up.
cool. It was moderately cool, but it was before it became decently cool, and long before it became cool enough that people knew about it, and even longer so than ever.
Right,
knew
we've
about it
lost the we've lost the analogy here.
It's okay.
Okay,
But it might be cool soon.
What are you trying to do?
I'm in hell.
Oh, the
Shouldn't be
ultimate
this hard
hipster.
to get to Openstone Port.
Episode 4 we go.
This is the conversation they're having on the way
Yeah,
to the
this is
port.
what you're saying
Just back
as
and
you're
forth.
walking through the streets. Walk through guard checkpoints. The guards like try and stop you to ask who you are and where you're going. You just like breeze straight past them.
I'm just like, oh, it's
talking
really
some
cool.
shit.
That's all
Man, this
fast.
place is going to be cool one day.
Gotta go where this guy's going.
But
Well,
not yet. Maybe in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
Your reputation does precede you, so despite the fact the increased security since the last time, well, actually not since the last time you were here, since the last time you spent any large amount of time in this city, at the very least, you're not stopped or hampered on your way to the port. The port is significantly, it's definitely not less busy as in there's less people here, but there's less movement here. There's fewer ships coming and going, and far more ships just sat in the port at the moment than there was before. Yeah, there's there's 100 different ships of all varying shapes and sizes, from trading vessels to mercenaries. You can see ships that belong to the hunting fleet. You can see fishing vessels of all varying shapes and sizes and capacities. But what sort of ship are you guys interested in?
How far away is this Sarahar place?
It's about a day's travel.
A day.
It's well within, Citadel controlled
Right.
area. It's just a ship graveyard that they leave broken down ships that are beyond repair.
Is it a difficult journey?
Shouldn't be at all. The journey to Dragon's Rest potentially means going well outside of the Citadel owned space, but the journey to Sarahar at the very least should be a safe journey.
So we're going there to get a boat that we can use to go to Dragon's Rest, right?
As far as you're aware, you're going to Sarahar to meet Francisca. That is what she said.
Okay.
The sending spell can send you a 25-word message, so you couldn't get much detail.
Okay.
And half of your message was, I believe, hugs and kisses. So the half of her message was saying, "What the fuck?"
Eh. Is this the place where we had a boat originally and we went to that scary place?
Yes, you. That boat was provided by the priest that hired you.
Okay. Will people recognize us from that? Because obviously,
I mean, there
We
was a
have- we have
parade in
people
your
that
honor
died.
afterwards.
but they don't care about the people that died after.
Well, that was 4 people who went on a dangerous mission and died on it. Those people's family, probably yes, but you've done quite a lot since then, and your reputation has increased quite a lot since then. I don't think you're going to be reviled as villains here.
Okay.
What your own feelings about what happened at Fallen Dawn were up to you. But I think public perception is there was a big problem with like ghosts attacking and leaving like cursed wounds that never healed. And these guys went and they fixed it.
Was that like the place that we went to that was just covered in zombies and
Yes.
Vampire.
vampires?
Yes.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
It was covered in zombies and it was led by vampires.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you're
So
both right.
we left people on the boat and they died.
Yeah.
I did not remember that.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh.
Pretty sure they hung from a tree.
What?
Yeah, pretty sure that's how you found the bodies.
Oh, please be by their feet.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yeah, we saw them hung from a tree. That was it.
that's nasty.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Logan.
vampires are fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't remember the tree. I remember they died.
Well, let's just get on. So should we just ask about the vessels to see who's going? Well, actually, no. We could probably just see like a charter somewhere saying who's going to Sarahat or nearby. Maybe they'll detour. And
Yeah, there might be people taking boats to be decommissioned.
yeah,
Oh,
We
it
can
is a
hop along.
scrapyard, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah. You can go there, but you can't come back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, if it's a one-way trip you're after, then
Tell them, yeah,
Um,
don't worry, we're going to see a magical
I
dragon.
think I think for the sake of convenience, then yes, there can be a probably a hunting fleet vessel was damaged during some altercation with wyverns or some such, and has been put in a no longer repairable state. So that's going to be towed to Saraha tomorrow morning. If you wanted, you can try and negotiate with the captain of the scrapping company that's going to be towing the ship.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Okay, who wants to introduce themselves? The scrapping company, we will give it a name. We'll say that it's called
Scrappy scrap.
Scrappy. I was going to say the Arduous, but yeah,
Oh.
Scrappy Scrap.
Scrappy
Scrappy
McScrapface.
McScrapface.
Scrappy
Yeah.
Scraps. The
Damn.
yeah, the
so
owner
in sync.
is a gruff bearded dwarf named Scrappy. He's got one eye. He goes, "Huh? What? You guys break a ship as well?"
Is he Scrappy the janitor?
That's Scruffy.
I
Thank
know,
you.
Damn it! I was supposed to.
Scruffy, the janitor.
No, we just need a ride to Sarah.
You need a ride back, or
No,
there's
One
not
way
much
trip.
there.
We're going there to
What do you-
die.
Hold on a minute.
It was a joke, okay?
You guys told me it was a different town. You're
It's a
going
town.
to a graveyard.
It's a town with a
Yeah,
graveyard
it's
attached.
a scrapyard.
Thank you, Scruffy. Thank you, Scrappy. Why did you lie to me?
Well, there's a town there. There's a pub. It's probably a pub. I mean, it's definitely a pub there.
There's not a pub there. He's lying to you again.
He did say it's going to be cool in the future.
in
so-
I go there
Dwarven-
every few days.
In Dwarven to Scrappy, I say, what can you tell me about this place in Dwarven?
Okay. We'll just say make a general charisma check to see how likable you make yourself. What information he's willing to share.
Ugh, charisma. Not amazing. Oof. Terrible.
Four.
What a roll.
Yeah. He doesn't know anything about you. He's just seen this bunch of weirdos stroll in, not answer his questions, and then start squabbling amongst one another. He's like, well, it's a ship graveyard. I have to take stuff down there every few days if it can't be fixed. If there's, after we've taken anything salvageable off it.
Hey, that'll do.
Not much of value over there.
That's what I'm thinking. And I just turn and kind of glare at the rest of the party for a bit and let them carry on.
Glares back.
We all
Has-
glare back at him.
Has your trust for us gone down?
Yes.
I
O'Malley
don't
will
think it was
remember
ever
that.
high.
It wasn't
Yeah.
high to begin with.
Well, I mean, he doesn't even know your name, Sarah, so...
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
No, everyone's really angry, so I'm like, oh,
we'll get to that.
Bird person.
bird person.
Yeah, especially at the bird person, O'Malley is just kind of like cross arms folded, just staring them down.
Sassy teen, dude.
Just a bit, right?
Sassy lost child. Okay, so yeah, the dwarf like sits in silence for a moment while you all like bicker at one another. It's like, I asked you a question. Have you got business there, or I'm not just gonna, drop off a bunch of randomers if they're planning on doing something weird over there.
Is treasure hunting weird?
I'd really advise against it.
Is it dangerous?
Sarah? Depends if you're planning on staying or not.
Staying?
All right,
Why-
fine.
why
I wasn't
staying?
gonna tell you any of this, but since you're asking, well, it's where we dump all of our broken ships, right? And so you get a lot of loftwood hulls that are damaged beyond repairs. You get a lot of skystone cores which are damaged beyond repairs. They seep a lot of magic into the area. So things get a little bit weird over there, is all I'm saying. Is we've had salvagers try and route through the place and then go missing. Some of them come running back. They talk about talking animals or ghosts or
I am
whatever.
a talking animal.
Whoa, is this Chernobyl?
All right, from everyone's perspective, Sarah, you're a person. Like,
Okay.
Aarakocra are a race that exists.
This isn't like Taito talking. this
Yeah.
is-
If Taito started talking, that would be different. But like, Aarakocra are just people that look different.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
if someone called you a talking animal, they would be called a
As an
racist.
insult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we find out how to make Taito talk? You can RP him.
It can be done.
Wow.
Should we
Pretty sure you can cast Speak with Animals. Unless you never took that spell. But yeah, like that's the information that he's shared with you, is that if you're there to salvage the place, you probably best think otherwise. No, I mean, I don't really much care what you're doing as long as you're not going to cause any harm to anyone, but you've been warned. I can give you one-way travel over there for 200 gold.
200?
That's the offer he's given you.
Is that 200 for the party, right?
Yeah, for the whole party. 200.
O'Malley, I'm going to look to O'Malley and say, there's a cost to travelling to this place.
That's
And-
your problem and not mine.
Okay then.
You've
very well.
hired me, you paid for me as well.
Very well then. Okay. 50 gold each. No. Yes, 50 gold each. Rizzy?
Are we not going to try and barter?
Okay.
I mean, that's up to Erlan.
Erland's the barter.
I mean,
Which, you know, he
the
probably
charismatic one.
I should also be here, I think.
Erlan, like, puts the bottle he was holding away.
I also have persuasion.
You're
I
welcome
think
to...
Matt's
Oh.
better than me.
any of you
Actually,
welcome to be the face if you want to.
Because Matt's not here, I'll speak on his behalf and do his role.
Mhm.
Because I think he's got 13 and I've got 11 or something like that.
I mean, I
persuasion.
can click the roll button for you if you just tell me what you want him to do.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and convince this guy that...
I want to do an impression of him, of Erlan.
How does Erlan even sound?
Really pompous.
Well, actually, guys, so
It's like,
it's like
no, it's more like, so you see, sir, we're, on such important endeavours, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's more like Erlan.
Well, as you can see, we're going to an important structural place for the fun. It provides a fundamental purpose for the runnings of a ship's life cycle. We wish to view and experience this landmark place. However, travelers like us generally aren't so well equipped with money. Now, do we look?
You guys are carrying like magical equipment.
Shit. Right.
It's okay. He's very persuasive. Carry on.
I am very persuasive.
I suppose a dwarf would know magic.
It's maybe a deception check rather than persuasion. But
like, it's only as interesting as people would find dead ships. Would find things, you know. Do we look like the sort of people who would find anything else more than dead ships interesting?
I'm gonna say if you're doing a deception check, I think Otts is better than Erlan's. So I would say you should make this roll with disadvantage.
Shit. Okay.
Because you just gave me the biggest load of nonsense I've heard in my life, and as the dungeon master, I have no idea what you said.
I stopped paying attention halfway through because it was just.
It's a landmark location for history. The history of time is in this place. You know, you see ships from hundreds.
And he
of
should
years
give you a
ago.
cheaper deal because
no one else wants to go there, and we're just coming along for the ride.
O'Malley, who isn't the smartest of people anyway, goes, "What the fuck are you on about?"
Okay, make your check. Just be aware that like the DC's not going to be with
Super 21.
disadvantage. He looks at you and he just says, "I have no idea what you're talking about." But okay, I'll admit I was highballing you, but if you're so poor, looks at magical equipment, then I can put the price down a little bit, I suppose.
We have no money after buying these things. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, that's why.
Put the price down a little bit, I suppose, to 150 gold.
All right. Well, it's below sticker value. As you know, he bumped the price up. That's probably sticker value now.
Just accept it.
It's like a car. Accept it. All right. 150. Sure. I spit on my hand and shake his.
He.
Actually, no.
He's a pretty rough and tumble guy. He'd return the gesture.
All right.
But yeah, like he tries to crush your hand.
Yeah, fair enough. Do I take any damage?
No, he's like a big, strong dude though.
Ooh.
So like your hand is just stuck there in a vice grip for a few seconds. And you're like,
worth it.
try and put on a brave face.
A little tear drops from Ott's eye.
But yeah, you have secured transport to Sarahat on board a tow ship taking a scrapped hunting barge, and that will be departing in the morning. So you do actually have a day to yourselves.
So that's 37.5 gold each, except for O'Malley.
37.
Okay, so
37.
how much? 37 gold, and then who's gonna make up? Well, I suppose no, you can do silver pieces, so it'll be 37 gold and 5 silver, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll mark that up at Erlan.
I think I've ever had a copper piece.
Let's split some silver.
Nah.
We never use the what are the EPs again? I'm trying to hover over.
Electrum.
Electrum
It's
pieces.
a very rare coin, and when you can use like, it's worth 10 gold.
Oh right.
No, I
what
think
is
it's worth 2 gold actually. I
What's it?
believe.
Yeah, Electrum is 2.
Yeah, it's worth 2 gold. Platinum is worth 10. So like, when you have platinum, why do you need Electrum? It's not really it's kind of a very rare currency because it's not a very useful currency. It's normally like found in ruins and stuff, which you don't spend that much time exploring.
Next time I sell something to the shop, I'm going to request it in Electrum,
Okay.
just so I can say I have some.
Like places that do business with a lot of adventurers might have Electrum. So like Gareth's, for example. Just because it's generally only adventurers who would bring Electrum into the economy.
What was
It's
the
not
guy
something
Sorry, go on.
it's not something that would be like minted by, you know, the king or queen or the Lunar Council or any such organizations.
What was the guy we talked
What?
to called?
This guy?
Yeah.
Scrappy.
Oh yeah, Scrappy.
Yeah, Scrappy Scrap. He scraps ships.
Thank you, Scrappy.
Anytime, strange child.
Why has he got a deep voice?
That's how Scruffy sounds.
He's, you know,
I
a
like
big
it.
beardy dwarf.
Does he
Yeah,
wear
why are
a
you
cap?
why are you
He's not
surprised he has a
Scrappy-Doo.
deep voice?
Yeah.
It's me, Scrappy.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
no.
very cutting.
Hey guys.
Oh right, stop!
Oh,
I need to put my
most
Yeah, it's
hated
Logan the
character in
VTuber.
Scooby Doo.
Logan,
Oh, no.
Logan as a VTuber.
You'll be.
All right then.
Yeah, so we can
Yeah.
have it explore around the city now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Till tomorrow.
If you want to just pass time, then you can, or if there's something you want to do, then we can roleplay it. It's up to you guys.
Scrappy's just thinking, what the hell's a VTuber?
Yeah. He peels off the mask, and he was in fact an anime girl the entire
Oh
time.
my god.
Ooh,
But my
right.
cover was blown.
It's after you guys leave, the like camera remains behind for a little while.
the filter doesn't catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
So
Stop.
as soon as we exit his store or whatever,
Mhm.
Amali is just kind of like looking at everyone and says, "So, do you want to actually tell me what we're doing instead of just mimicking around?
Going to check
You
out
already
some old
lied to me
ships.
once to say you're going to a town when in fact you're going to a fucking shipyard."
He didn't lie. He didn't know where he was going.
No, he knew. You guys
Oh.
knew what Sarah was.
I knew.
I'm gonna try and deceive him again.
Are you going to use your persuasion again?
I'm gonna, I saw it in a brochure. It was
God.
supposed to be a really nice holiday destination.
Why?
It's
Listen,
funny.
you freaking weirdo! Shut the fuck up and tell me the real reason.
Deception with disadvantage, Robert.
Okay, 30.
Oh my god!
Disadvantage?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he rolled-
30.
I can't. I literally can't roll that high with an insight.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
I
like,
mean,
well, actually,
technically, a nat 20 doesn't actually affect thingies,
Yeah.
but we have been ruling it that way this entire time. So if you want to roll and see if you get a nat 20, I will allow it.
No, I got a
Oh.
7.
Okay.
I still don't believe it, even though he said this shit.
I mean, insight is more like you just don't know whether he's lying or not. It's
Yeah.
not like 100%. That guy's like full of shit, or I totally believe what he said.
He's totally got a brochure.
But yeah,
I read it in a brochure.
what he has said has been said in a convincing way, and if it is a lie, it's a very convincing lie.
That's probably the most convincing thing I've said this time.
Wow.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. Can't believe you rolled 2 fucking 19s.
Yeah.
Yeah, get those rolls out now, boys.
Oh.
So no more questions, right?
You still haven't told me why you're actually going to Saraha then.
I'll
You
let
like
Check out some
dragons?
old ships, innit?
I'm sorry,
And
did I
shrugs and
just...
says, "Got a job."
Hold on a second. Bird person? What was that again?
Dragons? Do you
Oh,
like
no.
them?
Oh.
Why would you ask such a... No, of course not. They're fucking dragons.
You don't like dragons?
Listen, they go around and kind of kill people, okay? They don't like people.
Are you scared
So-
of dragons?
pretty fair thing to be scared of.
Why the fuck wouldn't
who
I be
wouldn't
scared
be?
of? Listen, there's not many things that scare me, but a dragon. If a dragon came out of nowhere, I'd be fucking pissing in my pants.
Shame.
Have you seen one before?
We go-
Shame.
Has what?
I mean,
I feel
Phalanx is within like a reasonable distance of Dragon's Rest. I doubt you've ever been to Dragon's Rest, but you've likely seen dragons or wyverns.
I mean, I've seen them from a distance. Don't really want to try and get too close, because you know the whole fire breath thing. It's a bit of an off-putting thought, you know, dying to a breath of fire.
I saw one in a brochure recently.
Erlan says sometimes they don't do fire.
Oh, like acid dragons?
There's acid dragons.
Cool.
There's cold dragons. There's lightning dragons. There's poison
So
dragons.
electro dragons.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It's like,
Dead dragons.
yeah, you're right. There's more than just fire, but you know what I mean.
We
But
read
no.
about them in Ott's brochure.
I'll have to find you. It's a really interesting brochure.
So, weird question then. Why are you asking about dragons?
Do we huddle around again? Do we
Sarah?
tell him, guys? Do we tell him?
Me, yeah.
You've been asked.
Yeah. You brought
Yeah.
it up.
Sarah.
Yeah, well, he's gonna meet a dragon, which is our friend.
I'm going to what now?
I was going to say that I have to assume some of this conversation is in character.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we're friends with a dragon.
And I'm like,
No biggie.
"Oh, okay, the
Yo-
game's up. We're friends with the dragon. That's
Yo-
who we're going to see."
Has he heard about the Silver Guardian and the fact that it's a
you
dragon?
would have heard of the Silver Guardian. You would know that it's a dragon, but it's a bulwark thing. It's not really a phalanx thing.
So I wouldn't know if it's like friendly to people. It's just kind of
You would know that
protecting-
it's considered to be like a guardian. It's like considered to be sort of like a guardian deity sort of thing, like a local superstition.
Right. Okay. So it doesn't mean he knows it's a dragon. That's actually the god.
Yeah, I think you wouldn't know that it's a dragon simply because I don't know how much time you would have spent in Bulwark.
Probably only going for jobs and out.
Yeah,
again.
if you've never like bothered to mingle or like, get involved with any of that sort of stuff and learn about it, then no, you
it would have been in-ins just having a drink and probably starting bar
you would
fights.
know that the King of Bulwark, one of his titles is Herald of the Silver Guardian.
Yeah. Okay. So, your friends. How?
Might be a place to go for a pub talk, right?
Yeah, there is within Openstone Port there is most certainly plenty of different bars, quite a lot of like working men's pubs here.
Really?
Previously when you were in the city you went to more of a like hotel sort of place, which was Pick and Shovel, which was sort of like more like a B&B in the entertainment district of the city. So depends if you wanted to go somewhere local or if you wanted to go somewhere familiar.
Local.
Please excuse the Discord bot. There's issues with it.
Yeah, I assume it blacks out when there's an advert or something.
I don't know. It just seems to do it sometimes, but it's much worse right now than it was when me and Alex tested it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
God, it's
really?
literally, it just keeps
Yeah.
cutting in and out.
Try
He's a
skipping.
weird one.
Is it when it's going between songs?
No, it's just like
No.
No,
motion.
it's just in the middle. Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
That seems to have given it a kick in the ass. But yeah, it seems to be when it plays music for any decent length of time. I may look into seeing about a different Discord bot, but we get what we get at the minute.
Yeah, never mind.
They removed the good ones, so
Oh shit, here we go again.
okay. So yeah, it's up to you guys. Where do you want to head? You have a pub that you are familiar with, or you can find somewhere new. What sort of market are you looking at?
We're looking at an inn. These guys
Okay.
probably want to drink Erlan.
So, like somewhere a little bit more middle class rather than dive bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's not get into any fights tonight.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, you know about the pick and shovel where you previously spent the night. Since you've spent like months away, I don't think that the owner is going to recognize you at all.
Wait, what happened last time?
Nothing. You just,
Oh,
I think you stayed like for literally one night before heading off on another adventure. So, you know, this might be where Potato started. No, I think that was in Duskwatch.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think that was in Duskwatch. But yeah, it's a fairly normal sort of like more B&B style things. There's rooms upstairs, but downstairs is very much an inn. You know, there's a dining hall where there's a dozen people. Maybe it's not super crowded, especially at this time in the day, where it's sort of like just after lunchtime by now because you've like been backwards and forwards across the city. Yeah. If you want to have your discussion about dragons, you are now in a suitable place.
So
in
we-
a bar?
Enter the,
Yeah.
enter the-
There, in fact, when you're seated, a waiter comes up to you and is, can I get you guys anything?
I'll have some ale and some potato, if you have any.
Okay. Any particular flavour, sir?
What would you recommend?
Well, I've been quite a big fan of Mash'em. So, yeah,
Hmm.
that's my personal favourite. I normally
I'll
have
take a mash'em. Sounds good.
mash and potato coming right up, and an ale. Anything else for the rest of you?
Got any boiling?
in here and boil them.
Ale and a boil 'em?
A man of taste.
Okay, that is 2 silver and 1 copper from each of you, please.
I turn to hey, I can say, and well, pay the man then.
I'm like, oh, have you got change for a gold piece?
I can certainly do that for you. What would the rest of you like?
Soda.
Soda?
A soda pop.
Soda pop?
A soda for the one who can't drink legally.
No. Do carbonated juices, I'm afraid, is the best we can do.
There. Take a Vimto.
Tasty Vimto. Grape juice. Not fermented, though.
Yeah,
That's
you're not allowed the
fine.
fermented one. After what happened last
Okay.
time.
And not having anything.
Yeah, Erlan is he's like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go up to the bar. I'll find something for myself. Don't worry about me, guys.
Fair enough.
He's going to get a staff discount.
And he like takes up a stool at the bar and is like, all right, look, I'm gonna put a glass here. You have to keep filling it. If this glass is ever empty, I leave and go to a different pub.
Game is that?
Just, you know, he wants refills all night, man.
He's
Okay.
going to be sick on this boat tomorrow, isn't he?
Yep. This is who Erlan is.
We know.
We're all just sat there like, God damn it.
Yeah, he
Alan."
just like puts a small bag of gold on the counter. He's like, this'll cover it, plus a tip if you do a good job. And yeah, basically there is one particular member of bar staff who is purely Erlan's drink refiller tonight. But yeah, Ott, what are you going to have?
I said
Wine, spirits,
Oh, drinks.
ale?
It feels like a wine today.
Okay, a nice wine. Okay, that'll be we'll say it'll run you 2 gold for a nice wine.
Worth those savings I got earlier.
Okay. So yeah, you have your prices. So actually, I haven't told you, Sarah. For like a juice, it's not going to cost like fucking anything. It'll be like 2 silver.
Yeah.
So has Hierarchin paid for your drinks then, Alex?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Okay. You've been intimidated by O'Malley. The Echo also looks expectantly at you, Nick.
Oh, damn it, I forgot about him. Okay. What's the Echo having?
But the Echo can't consume anything.
It is
Get
a
him
Okay.
tap
goal.
water.
He
Yeah.
points at Erlan.
The same.
Mm-hmm. And
What a
the waiter says, "He's on the hard stuff.
Oh, God,
Can-
we're gonna have a
Can
drunk
this
roast
thing
with us.
drink? Or, I mean, it'll be 2 gold for a glass, but." And yeah, the Echo like nods and looks at you expectantly, Nick.
Okay, I'll just hand the money over and just
Why
say
are
to
you
the
being
waitress,
sucked into this
like,
by a fucking transparent ghost?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
that
sure.
ghost could knock him out.
Well,
and I don't
yeah.
understand it.
It makes eye contact with you the whole time that it's
Oh my God.
drinking, and like you can't really see its eyes
I
either,
was
but
gonna
you
say,
know
does it
that
have eyes?
it has eyes, sort of, but it's like it's an indistinct sort of face.
I'm just
So,
assuming
like-
like the ghost people in Harry Potter, the
Yeah.
Dementors.
Okay.
Less creepy, I hope.
Yeah, not that creepy.
Less
Fine, yeah.
creepy. It's not like a shadowy robed figure. It's a photocopy of a person. Like it's all in
Okay.
grayscale, and it's missing any of the detail.
Well, actually, this new Hierarchin's really brave now, isn't he?
Oh, that is
So-
true. You're immune to fear.
So I just stare back the whole time as I'm drinking
Okay.
my ale and eating my mash 'em smash 'em.
It actually looks away from you.
O'Malley looks
blushing?
at O'Malley. Yeah,
Is it
that's good.
blushing?
Yeah, it's
O'Malley
the one.
turns to the Echo and says, "Don't be a pussy."
It flips you off.
I flip him off back.
Intimidation.
Fine. I don't think the Echo has stats, so
It's also not affected by any kind of like status member, so it can't get fed.
So it just turned away for no reason.
Yeah,
Bruh.
it's
Okay.
role playing.
Yes, it's roleplay.
And your title will have the finest warm milk.
Okay, yeah. The finest warm milk.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be imported from Sky Meadow. It'll be
Okay, I'm not paying for this.
10 gold pieces.
One
not for a
platinum
bowl of
piece.
milk. 4 gold pieces.
Oh my God.
Sure. Healthy
4
cat.
gold.
I hope this gives him extra strength or something.
No, it gives him like horrible gas because cats are lactose intolerant.
Yeah. But they like it. So, what's a few farts?
Stinky cat.
You just won't be traveling with me on the boat. You'll be locked with somebody else. Maybe I'm loading him up. You'll never know.
Oh, yeah. You guys all have your drinks. Erlan is sat at the bar within earshot. But yeah, he is sort of half drunkenly trying to make conversations with patrons and not really listening to you guys unless you like call out to him.
Leaving us
But,
with this
yeah.
Anyway, so I'm guessing we've got our drinks at this
Mhm.
point.
Yeah.
I take a big swig and I'm like, so what about dragons? You said you're a friend with them?
Exactly. We're friends with them.
How? How
How?
on earth did you befriend a dragon? What the hell is this, Logan?
No.
Um,
I think that was just the intro to whatever that song was.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that was. Jesus Christ.
It was lesbian
It's a bad
sword,
playlist.
the cursed playlist.
Anyway. So you don't really have the time to we still have basically a day before we gotta leave, so you may as well start.
I mean, like, they're not all dragons or beasts, like, right?
No, of course they're not beasts. They're really fucking smart. But, like, they're also really fucking dangerous and hate people.
Well, maybe you need to be nicer to people and you won't get their bad side.
O'Malley just kind of glares at you for a second.
I clear back.
Are you ever going to tell me your name?
No.
There will be a time. Sooner.
Why do you get muffled?
He
Oh,
was
he sounded
taking a
like-
sip.
Oh, yeah, you cut off then.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I? Said, you'll tell me eventually. Sooner or later, sweetie.
Don't call me sweetie.
Well, if you won't tell me your name, I've got to come up with a name for you. I can't just call you Bird Person, now, can I?
You can call me bird person, just don't call me sweetie.
Oh, well, whatever you say, sweetie.
No.
I'm not your
God, there's
bloody
gonna be a fight.
friend.
So then, other than the fact that they're not all angry at people, it still doesn't explain how you managed to befriend one. What on earth? How on earth did you manage to get up close to a dragon without it, one, being territorial, and two, just, if not territorial, just trying to keep as far away from you as possible?
Erlan snorts into his drink and says, "Actually, that one's a good story."
No.
Turns to Erlan and says,
Does he come back over and join us?
No, he's
Oh.
at the bar. Tell him about the potion.
No.
the Oh, now you have to tell me this one. The potion. Please tell me.
There's no need for the potion telling.
Come on now, sweetie.
The-
You
the-
gotta
the-
tell me. You gotta tell me what this story is about the potion now, sweetie. You can't be just hoarding out on such funny mayhems.
We can't do it. I cannot go through that again. It was my idea to tell him to do that. It worked.
It's
Nobody else gonna cut in.
what was I actually saying? Because I didn't quite get it. It was like I heard you just muttering like cry muttering into a drink or something for a second.
I basically said, like, do we have to go through that again? It was my idea. I told him to do it.
Oh, so you told people to do this thing, and apparently it must not have been an amazing idea.
It worked. We got a dragon friend. It worked.
Hyarkin and Ott, what are you two doing currently?
I'm just enjoying them, enjoying Sarah's struggle.
Okay.
But
Why?
Ott's- you enjoyed me struggle earlier. Ott is
Uh.
busy. Well, are there bar games?
Sure, we'll say that there's a game of
We
darts.
just,
Yeah,
have
I'll
we just
swing
gone
darts.
off to play darts?
Okay, sure.
Ott's
I,
two
uh,
of you
leave.
You see, the thing is, when Risu was talking, I thought a fight was about to break out, so
Uh-huh.
I went to Art and said, "Do you fancy a game of darts over there?"
Sounds
But
great.
Yeah,
yeah,
leaving
yeah,
this-
come on.
We shuffle.
Let's
on
just
out.
leave them to it.
Yeah,
The youngest one.
Mm-hmm.
with a drunkard.
Yeah, we
They've
trust
put
you.
you in mortal danger more than once. At this point, age isn't really like an excuse here.
I need an adult. He's calling me sweetie.
Yeah. Ah, are you saying that out loud as they went?
Yeah, as they're leaving.
As they walk away.
Hold on a second. I am an adult. How dare you?
And I just turned back and go, "Oh, don't worry, you'll be fine." And stumble over to the dartboard.
And at this point,
the
knowing
truck
it's just the
already?
two of us, leans into the table slightly, O'Malley, and it's just like, so come on, let's hear this story. It's gonna be funny.
It's not even part of the reason we're out here.
I just shout over from the dartboard, "Just tell him, Risu."
We turned Erlan into a shield.
You
Funny as shit, bro.
turned him into a shield.
Yeah, and he was stuck like that for a few hours, I think.
Could we
Erlan
do it
says, it was actually gonna be forever, it turns out. We didn't really... It was like an experimental potion.
We didn't read the terms and conditions of the potion.
O'Malley's face after hearing this is just lit up, and he's just like, "That sounds amazing. How the fuck did you come up with such a stupid idea?"
We were looking for someone who was looking for a dragon, and we followed his steps exactly.
So you followed someone else's stupid plan to try and get yourselves to a dragon.
It worked. Twice.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. How? Were they like in any kind of? Did the dragon like think you stupid, or did they put pity on you?
I'd rather not say.
Erlan, like, chimes in from the bar and says, yeah, like, we were tasked with, like, rescuing some wizard or something. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention at the time.
You were a
And,
shield!
Yeah, well,
Did you
I
even
got
think
turned
at the
into a
time?
shield.
Was he still unconscious?
I think he was,
Oh god.
but he couldn't see at all.
Oh my god. Did he feel any impact?
Yes, but yeah, like, apparently this shield was something that the dragon wanted. So, like, this wizard turned himself into the shield, and then the dragon, like, picked him up and took him away, was the plan. And, yeah, the dragon just sort of, like, undid the potion spell and called me an idiot.
I'm
Which
not.
I don't...
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
It's not... It wasn't my plan, alright? No one else was willing to do it, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Sounds like fun, I'll be a shield.
You'll drink anything put in front of you.
That's
It-
true.
At
At that point, he like lifts up the glass, which is starting to get empty, and waves it at the
refill.
person who's meant to be filling it.
You're here.
How many has he had by now?
O'Malley is roaring with laughter at this whole ordeal, and it's just like leans back into Sarah and just be like, "So, sweetie." It's like
You
he
grip
has-
your milk tighter.
I don't have milk. It's Vimto.
Oh,
He has
Vimto.
Vimto.
Taito's
Taito
got
has
milk.
milk.
How loud is O'Malley at the moment?
I don't think you're making an effort to like keep it down, are you?
not well. At that
It's
point,
just
no,
continue
he's just
normal.
he's just being his normal, rather loud self. He's still like loud.
So, yeah, you can
Yes.
totally hear.
Oh yeah, and everyone else in the tavern can also.
Oh yeah,
definitely hear.
there's like a
Okay.
dozen other people in the tavern. It's like there's people having their own conversations, but it's not like loud in here. It's like after the lunchtime sort of rush. So
Like those guys that were behind us in Weatherspoons. You know?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Don't bring that into it.
actually, yes, O'Malley would be very similar to that in terms of volume. And he leans. It's just,
So you're saying he's about to be cut off then?
no, he's not even drunk. He's just like leaning. It's just, you're very young to be adventuring. What actually got you into this mess?
Goddess? She just sucked me out of my home. I'm not from
that's
around
pretty
here.
accurate.
O'Malley has this look of pure bewilderment on his face, of like, what do you mean? What?
I mean, I don't know, how much would O'Malley know about the Fate Touch? Like, the general story that goes around is that they're heroes from another world.
To be
Fate
honest,
Touch implies
realistically,
a connection to Istus.
to be
but-
honest, realistically, he probably hasn't really paid attention to any of their stories
okay,
because he's just too busy, like, either drinking or out making
doing
money.
his own thing, yeah.
Yeah, so he probably to him, the Fate Touch is probably something he hasn't heard of, but at all. So it's just a group. It's just a group of adventurers who have hired him. Is essentially what it is, and that's why he's asking the questions
Mhm.
like this. Is it looks at it's like kind of get him at the bar because he looks like the kind of idiot who goes around doing adventures.
Is that mad?
The other two are obviously adults and can do whatever the fuck they want. But you're like, what? How old?
I need to double check that.
You're younger than 3.
I'm 3.
Are you 3 now?
Oh no, I'm probably 4 by now.
Oh, happy birthday.
No, you've only been adventuring for about 6 months.
Oh.
Whispers to the barman, can we get a cake?
Is today my birthday?
I mean, we haven't celebrated any birthdays of yours.
I mean,
True.
And the early
Can we get
birthdays
some
are the
candles
important
on
we
ones.
that?
can make you a
She's
cake.
still- I was going to say, she's still not had a year passing of her own age. She's just grown.
No, she's probably
much
like
older.
2.5, like not far off.
Yeah, but she does look butch, right?
Yeah, she looked what?
Butch.
Butch.
No,
Butch,
it's like
Butch.
she's
Strong bird.
significantly taller than like when
What she
this adventure started, because like the difference between 2 and 3 is the difference between like I don't know 12 and 18.
19.
So she's probably like the equivalent of like 15 or something at this point.
Right.
Like she's still young, but she's not like a little child. I think you were like a little child when this began.
Yeah.
And then she also got buffs as well that made her stronger.
But
Yeah, that was
Oh
gloves.
no, I lost those.
And she
Yeah,
lost
she hasn't got
those.
them.
Oh, right. Oh,
That's how
okay.
I got Nick back.
Ah.
So,
I weak bird.
Anyway, so that's it. So again, so how old exactly are you? Because you don't look much, or you can't be older than like what?
Just say you're 18, but young skin
17?
runs in the family.
3.
You-
I've seen 3.
Oh my god.
My God.
I've said a
You're
lot of shit in my time.
I don't understand how aging works for like your race.
We're like the vampires in Twilight.
I have no idea what you're on about.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
sorry.
famous folk song Twilight. Have you never heard of it?
Yeah. You know, Sparky.
Ye olde Twilight.
You must be too old. Must be a generation thing.
I'm not that old, you asshole.
So I'm 3 in my race's age, but mentally I'm like 17.
That's impressive.
Yeah. It sucks
But-
when you hit like old people.
I mean, like, you live in a city full of dwarves who, like, aren't considered adults until they're 50, and you were considered an adult far before 50. So, like, you understand
Yeah,
different aces age at different rates.
yeah. I mean, but not Aragokra. He probably
Yeah.
hasn't seen many of them.
Yeah,
so
they're not common. But
they're
like,
not common. Not for so he understands that as a human, he definitely will age faster than a dwarf, but he's not gonna. He would have thought that most other races, it was just probably dwarfs that aged slower.
What's the maximum age of these Arakocras then?
We don't
30.
live long.
Yeah,
Like-
fair.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're like, effectively like 10, 9 or 10 then, in human years.
No, Player's
I
Handbook
think
says
we-
they're adults at 3.
Yeah, we
Oh.
mature quicker.
Oh,
Yeah, they
right.
just mature quicker and then end
Huh.
up like
And then just
having
be-
long adulthoods.
Then be like adult for a really, really long time. Huh.
Well, I mean, 28 years isn't a really long time to be an adult.
But to them it is.
Yeah, to
I
them it
guess
is.
so, yeah. Most of their lifespan is adults, yeah.
Anyway, so you got sucked in. You got just taken away from your home and everything.
Yeah,
Is that the same for all of you?
pretty much.
Yep.
Land's like, yep, definitely me. Yep, fate touch right here.
Uh-huh.
Yep, taking
like-
from me home.
Does he have to roll something?
Yeah, I'll make a deception check for
you hit-
Erlan.
you-
Hang on.
You hear
You want
Ot-
Erlan to make a deception check?
You hear
Sure.
Ot in the background shout 180.
I got a 26.
14.
Oh.
Every word was a drunken lie.
I was just gonna say, sure you did, Erlan. Sure. You did. But
Because I roll bad.
yeah, I was gonna say that was like a
All
really
the time. I
Okay.
never roll good.
That was a really good roll from me. So you all got taken away from your own homes to come deal with whatever the fucking to deal with problems over here, and you're just going around helping like dignitaries and shit.
Pretty much. There was like an imp, and like it was the goddess's ex-boyfriend, and
What?
Yeah.
The goddess fucked an
You
imp.
hear the sound of
Yeah.
of like distant screaming, Risu. Like distant, agonized screaming.
It's like it's just
No
a
one
goddess-
else hears it.
Yeah, a goddess fucked an imp.
That's the basis of the story. We
In the distance.
Wow, what an impressive date. I wonder if I can do it one day. That'd be an amazing accomplishment.
There's the sound of a bell ringing as people rush to put out the
Aim
fire,
high.
lit by the lightning.
Aim high, son.
Can't believe a goddess is an imp fucker.
Is
I
it
don't
like
care
every
about
time
you.
this
You're gonna
happens?
like die a normal person as far as this is concerned.
Yeah, she's not. She doesn't care. It's just funny to say it again.
Is lightning hitting every time? Imp fucker
No,
is
just that
mentioned?
one time.
It was just like one time when you basically just told like a random person that a god. He doesn't. You haven't said which goddess,
No.
but a goddess fucked an imp, and O'Malley's just like thinking about which goddess it would have been, and if he could also
I'm in
get
hell.
that.
Clap them divine cheeks.
Yeah, exactly. Clap them divine cheeks. Fuck. And he's just thinking about that for a minute, and then goes, "Sorry. Anyway, so which goddess?"
Oh, you
I
can't
don't
t-
think it'd be fair to say.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some ominous lightning going on around.
O'Malley's just like,
There's a distant rumble of thunder.
he's like, "Oh yes, so there is." Right. It didn't look like it was going to rain today, though.
I don't think that was on the cards, and
Anyway,
So
so
look out the window. It is in fact perfectly clear skies.
um, so some insanely stupid idea, which, to be honest, was fucking hilarious. Why on earth are we going to meet a dragon?
they have troubles.
You're going to help a dragon with a trouble.
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of level trouble is it that the dragon has that needs other people's help?
So, you know when people say there's big trouble? Well, it's bigger than that. It's all
I
about-
was going to say, if when there's big trouble, it's big trouble. I was going to say this is bigger than big trouble, because big trouble is usually like, there's a problem in the kingdom, someone's trying to assassinate the queen kind of trouble. When you say it's
similar.
when it's a dragon needs the help of multiple people trouble, that's usually this is a cataclysmic event.
Yeah, like there's a bigger dragon that's trying to kick out the queen dragon. We're gonna
yeah.
help.
You're right.
And
So
okay, so we should care why? It's like the dragons keep to themselves only around Dragon's Rest. Why
Yeah.
does it matter?
because the big queen is keeping it that way. She's keeping everyone safe as they can with, smarter dragons, but it's a long story. We just need to keep the queen bee safe.
So what you're telling me is this job is actually going to involve us fighting some big, giant, probably ancient dragon.
We fought Ancienter.
Ancienter than an ancient. O'Malley's
You know,
just kind of like takes the rest of his drink and chugs it, and then grabs the echo string and chugs it, and it's just like in bewilderment.
The
and goes,
echo is actually too stunned as well to resist.
yeah, and he looks at the echo and looks back at you. He goes, "Sweetie, now, why the fuck are you doing this? It's going to kill us."
but it will kill less people. Are you not a good guy?
The echo shakes its head violently.
O'Malley grabs the side of his head and says, "Listen, we do things a bit differently because I do it for fucking money. I think myself is a good man,
Yeah.
but certain things I'm asked to do require us to forgo those niceties."
What's his alignment? Is he bad?
It's
guy?
not evil.
Not evil.
What
Is
is
that a
your
question I can
alignment?
ask?
I mean, outside of game, yes. I don't think in-game alignment exists, really.
What's your
It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
like a
sure,
physical
alignment.
thing in the
Aw.
world.
So to tell you, it's lawful neutral.
Okay.
Lawful because he's lawful to his contracts out of game. Neutral because he will do what his contract states. So I'll go back into O'Malley. So yeah, I was given this one time. I kind of lower my voice a bit to try and so people don't hear. I was asked to I was asked to go
Everyone
and
goes,
find this.
"Speak up! I can't hear you."
Shut up.
Frog.
So anyway, I was asked to help with taking out a family syndicate essentially from one of the Riga's groups. It was a bit of a bit-time job at the time, but they needed me to take out the entire family. Now the
Fair.
issue is when they said the entire family, they meant everyone. So when I got through working over the husband and the wife, and I hear muttering in one of their cupboards, and I open it and I see a wee little 4-year-old boy in there, bawling his eyes out at me, and I asked him his name, and he told me his name, and he shouldn't have told me his name because he was the son, and I was asked to kill everyone. So I killed him right there. I made it quick for him. I didn't want him to hurt. It was painful, but a job's a job.
I think
Someone's asking me to kill. If I'm asked to kill someone, and the money's there and it's already on the table, and that someone is a child, an old man, a blind woman, Christ, a cripple, for God's sake, it doesn't matter. I'm getting me money either way. They probably deserved it anyway. It's what I say to myself. It's the only way that makes me feel happy about myself. But
4-year-old?
Yeah, he was 4 years. He was 4 years old. I think he was 4. He looked about 4 anyway. He could have been a bit older, but I can't really tell. Either way, he was like, the son of a crime syndicate family that, he would have ended up being an awful, awful person. So I kind of did the world a favor.
I think by this point, Hyakin
I'm just staring
are
like blankly
finished.
and in shock because
Yeah, like 1,000-yard stare at the actual child murderer.
Yes.
Yikes.
And
also justifying it like
in the end, if I take a contract, I see it through to the end. I'd never back out of a contract once I've signed it. So don't worry. I'm not going to go run off now that you've told me that you're going to be fighting some big fucking dragon. But I thought I'd just let you know that if things happen differently and I have a contract that comes for yours heads, I will probably decline it if I know it's for you. But if I've signed it, I'm coming for your heads.
to try and take it, but bloody hell. Swigs Vimto.
So I guess Art and Hyakin have probably overheard like the end of
Yeah.
this.
I mean, like,
stopped in our tracks on the way back to the table. Like,
Yeah,
what the hell did he just
we
say?
could say that like you were privy to at least some of that conversation.
Yeah. He murders
Um,
children. Got it.
And what about Erland? Did he hear that,
All
Um,
hears everything.
or is he back at the bar drinking and chatting
He's
to
drinking.
people?
He didn't hear
He's
that.
having a great time.
I kept that quiet because
Okay.
saying out loud that you just
Yeah, I figured he wouldn't have
one of
been
your
able to
one of
hear
your
that.
contracts was a dirty deed to absolutely murder an entire family.
Yeah.
I
for,
think
like,
the
another
only
crime
part
syndicate.
that like Erland would have got is the like, if I have to, I'll fucking turn on you guys as well for money,
Yeah.
and I always keep my contracts. But he didn't hear like the child murder bit.
Not in a pub.
No.
Anyway,
no.
shall we
Yeah,
get another
also,
round?
this is a sacred place for Erland. You know, he wouldn't be starting fights here.
And I'm like, anyway, let's get another round of beers. Harkin, it's on you again.
Oh, I say,
I
don't
think it's
worry.
someone else's turn.
Hey, I'll get it for O'Malley this time.
Oh, thank you so
Depending on
much.
what it is, O'Malley, what are you after?
Is
Two
that because
ales.
you lost at darts?
It is. This is my payment for losing at darts.
I go 2 ales,
How much? 2
and
hours?
then it's like, yeah,
How did
and I
the
kind of like
games
thumb
character
towards me
lose
and
at
the
darts. Not straight up through that game. Yeah. Well, how much did it charge for ales last time? It was like a gold each, wasn't it?
damn, a golden ale, that's expensive.
Was it?
What?
No,
Or
it was a
it a
silver
couple-
piece and two coppers or something.
Oh,
Silver
okay.
and 5.
2 silvers and 1 copper. It was. The 1 copper
Yeah.
was for the something potato.
Two silvers.
So 2 silvers for the ale.
Okay. There you go.
I
One
shout,
for you.
hey, Art, get me one too.
This isn't how it works.
2 silvers.
Oh, fine. 2 silvers as well. And I'll
Cheers,
get
buddy.
myself another wine, which was
I believe that was 2 gold.
it. Was it? Wait. Oh shit! It was. You know what? I'm done with wine because it's expensive. I will also have a whatever drink they're having. It's ale.
Okay.
3 ales.
6 silver marked off as yeah. You have another round of drinks. And an unsettled silence falls over the party.
At this point, O'Malley is just cheerily drinking and chatting, like saying some like other jokes and other stories about some of the funnier things he's seen in his line of work.
I think when you start like chatting and joking, the echo sort of springs back to life, where it sort of sat dormant and looking at its drink while you were telling the story.
What was O'Malley doing for that whole
Does the shadow have
bit?
regret?
The shadow is a reflection of O'Malley, so if O'Malley has regrets about it, then it does.
Even if
And-
O'Malley himself doesn't show it. Right.
Gotta have that hard exterior. He's a merc. Can't let his emotions show.
Okay, Cloud.
God damn it. It's not even what I was going for. Fuck you.
Okay. So yeah, it sort of springs to life when you're like telling more jovial stories.
So I remember this idiot fucking ogre. Oh my god. So he's trying to get towards me and he decides to jump over this giant palisade. And he fucking misses his jump. Impales himself right through the throat. It was funny. I was pissing myself for days. Yeah, they're the kind of jokes and stories he's telling, is the funny things he's seen while fighting shit in the wilds.
Monsters rolling nat ones.
Yeah, basically, and just being stupid. And O'Malley finding it really funny because, let's put it this way, whenever he's not working, he's at the pub or at home,
Mhm.
you know, he doesn't really get he doesn't do a lot of free time because he's got a lot of money to be making.
And I imagine like O'Malley's time at the pub isn't like drinking and celebrating. I imagine it's like a good place to meet clients,
Yeah, it
or a
will
good
be.
place for them to be able to find you.
Yeah, it's that he doesn't take his client. He doesn't normally take his clients back to his home.
Hmm.
It's just the fact that he took this group back to his home because he doesn't see them as any kind of ones to try and threaten his family.
Yeah. Unlike you, they're
While
the good guys.
yeah, definitely in comparisons to O'Malley, he fucking doesn't care. So yeah, it would be more like that kind of thing. But
So-
yeah, so other than that, it's just jovial jokes and things of that nature.
Okay. Well, with that out of the way, I think we can fast forward through the evening. You guys, if you want, can all rent rooms here within this inn.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yep.
So
I don't remember
as
how
the
much
renting
trust
rooms,
last
O'Malley
time.
just kind of looks towards Yarkin again, puts his arm around Yarkin and says, "So I'm sharing a room with you tonight, then, yeah?
Yeah.
Of course we are. Let's go." And I just
Oh,
pat him on
okay.
the back and,
Okay.
force him
It'll
towards
be
the
10
room.
gold a room. In fact, no, for one night, 5 gold a room.
Considering that Erlan probably drank the bar out.
Mm-hmm. Erlan is asleep at the bar.
He needs no room.
Did we wake him up?
No.
Will they let him sleep there? Or will he get kicked out?
He left a bag of gold on the counter. He's paid for a room. He's
Fair
just
enough.
not there. Like
Well, in
the
that
waiter
case,
who had been like filling up his thing puts a blanket over him and leaves the glass still full out of fear.
O'Malley can have Erland's room then if he's not going to it.
Well, I mean, he's paid the money that would get him a room. He hasn't specifically said, "I want a room." But like, they're
I'm
not going to
sure-
question it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure he could argue that he's given them a lot of money. He can get whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Wait, so who's in what rooms? I will not share with O'Malley.
Okay.
I'll share with anyone else but O'Malley.
Well,
That's
O'Malley.
fine because O'Malley's with Hayarkin. He's already.
Hyarkin, yeah. Your usual roommate. Erland is asleep at the bar.
I look at Art pleadingly, like, please help.
Okay then, I'll stay with you and O'Malley, just to.
All three of us in one room.
I'll sleep. At
How
the
many
end of the
beds
bed.
are in there?
One bed.
Single.
Okay.
It's a double.
Okay.
Okay, we can all share a bed.
O'Malley looks at the fact that there's only one bed and says, "You two can share the floor," and jumps into the and just like that.
I was gonna offer to take the floor if it means I didn't pay anything.
Oh wait, actually, his ghost needs space as well, doesn't he?
Put him in a
So
cupboard.
No, the ghost would just basically dissipate when I when I go to sleep.
oh, is that what
not-
happens?
Yeah, it's a conscious thing. Like I've got to consciously have the connection to be able to keep it up.
I've got my own room.
Well,
You're
I
paying 5
mean,
gold.
A double bed for one
Yep.
tiny bird.
Taito sleeps by the door and guards it.
Yeah.
he's scared someone might come and fucking in the middle of the night and attack him.
I think it's more like Taito doesn't understand like conversations or anything. He can't speak, but like he can probably sense that Risu was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So Taito didn't hiss once during that conversation of "How are you?"
He had milk.
He was enjoying
Just-
his very
just busy
expensive
with
milk.
It was
Mhm.
more like a case of if anything fucking happened, Taito would have jumped in.
Ah.
But like, you know,
Hmm.
Taito does what Risu tells it to. So
Hyarkin offer top and tail with O'Malley.
I'm not going in the bed with him. He can have the bed. You
Nice.
offer it him.
I bet he's got smelly feet.
You guys screening on the floor, having this conversation.
Yeah, we might have
No,
to
you negotiate with O'Malley for a pillow.
I'm sleeping in the bathtub.
Oh god, that's MTM days.
Oh man, you're gonna
Yeah.
have it.
I was gonna say it's like you're asking for a pillow and O'Malley turns around and says, "Go fuck yourself." And
It's okay, we'll wait for him
Oh.
to fall asleep and then try and take one.
I so want to give O'Malley that potion of transform into object.
You still have one.
Um,
I think you did have one left. Like,
We did. I think Yoya had it.
if it's in Ott's inventory, then Ott
Oh.
has it. But
Oh, unless it's
No,
not. I can't
I
remember.
don't
Someone
think
had
I
it.
do. I have Tongues of Madness, but
must be Yoya who still had it then. In any case, come morning you're gonna have storebacks sleeping on the floor and in the bathtub, but you can. You've slept rough before plenty of times.
It's better
Normally,
than getting
you
on
know,
O'Malley's
like
bed.
have
oh
a
wait,
bedroll.
no, I do. I do have Potion of Transform into Object. I'm not going to
Okay.
use it.
What are you going to do? Make yourself a bed?
No, he's going to turn himself into a bed.
Literally.
Turn yourself into a bed. Do it. Night, guys. Just transform into a bed.
Oh no, he's done it again.
And
Oh,
at least
before
we're
it was
going
a
to
sword,
see-
this time it's a bed.
If you transform yourself to a pillow, we can take you to the dragon to get fixed.
Yeah.
Better than being a shield.
Hot body pillow.
Is this ITV's Help I'm a Pillow, Get Me Out of Here?
Yeah.
I'm in hell. Okay, we fast forward through to the morning. There is no events. When you all come downstairs, Hyarkin probably holding his back, having
Oh,
slept
yeah.
in the bathtub.
I'm in pain.
Waking up, O'Malley stretches. Oh, that was the best night's sleep you've had in a while.
I stick my fingers up at him.
Well, fuck you two.
Who paid for the room, by the
Probably me.
way?
I don't know, one of you paid 5 gold.
Nick?
Sure.
I can guarantee you it wasn't O'Malley.
No. I guess Rizzy paid
God damn it.
5 gold for her room on her own.
Fine.
Fine. I'll pay for one room. God damn it. I only have several hundred gold.
What adds up? All
Mhm.
these ales.
Yeah. Well, Erlan is in fact bright and awake and feeling wonderful and still sipping from his full glass
Oh my
that was
God.
left there for him in the morning.
It's the
Right,
best hangover
that
cure.
begs the question. So, 2.5 glasses of wine pays for a room.
I mean, he put like a sack of gold on the counter.
Yeah, but I paid for a glass of wine, which was 2 gold.
Hmm
Which means if
It was like nice wine.
it better have been good wine. For like, it's like going to like going to a hotel and paying.
It was probably not glasses of wine. It was probably a bottle of wine for
50
2
quid.
gold.
Oh, okay. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, I had a great time. Then he had
I
ale.
was ruined.
I had an amazing time. Then he had more ale. Fair enough.
Yeah. Erlan is like, oh, you guys are all awake? He sort of like gets up, stumbles a little bit. Pretty sure those scrappers are going to be heading out soon.
Guess we better go meet them up.
Yeah. The rest of you, I'm assuming, will descend in varying states of being functional.
O'Malley's perfectly fine. Lovely, fixed up, nice sleep. And he's like, lead the way then.
So you all head to the open stone port where Scrappy is waiting for him. So, oh, good. I was going to set off without you all.
Didn't realize we were late.
I mean, I said morning, so we're going about now. But, you know, I'm not planning on sitting around. There's time's money. We've got business hours that are burning.
Yeah.
So,
You don't want to burn your business hours at both ends. Ott says cheekily.
he looks at you as once again you've just said complete nonsense to him. Like, just gives you like a sideways glance and is like, you can stay on the hunting barge. As yeah, sure enough, there is like linked by sturdy ropes and being towed like barely floating is this large ship.
Just Dot or everyone?
He only looked at Ott when he said that.
Cool. Where can I go?
Wherever you want to be on the towing ship, be on the hunting barge, I don't care.
Cool.
The
Be
towing
on.
ship is significantly smaller. It's probably like for a crew of about half a dozen, including the captain Scrappy. You know, single sail.
Yeah. Kind of like a tow truck, but
It's basically just going to slowly pull this enormous like barge down towards the scrapyard and dump it there.
Pardon me. Where do you say Ots ended up?
I mean, Ott's staying on the hunting barge. You're being weird.
Oh, I'm the toe.
Yeah. If he lets you on his like tow ship, then you're probably gonna do something stupid.
that toe over there. Cool, let's go.
Okay.
Toot toot.
Ot cheekily shouts, "Ow, I stumped my toe."
Again, the guy looks at you. Is like, get on the fucking barge. And there's like, it begins moving, and there's just like a rope trailing as he like walks up like a platform and steps onto the tow ship as it's coming past. But yeah, there's only a rope trailing for the barge. The rest of you, if you wish, you can hop onto the tow ship or hop onto the barge.
So
Doesn't really matter.
Did the tow ship give the barge give the towed ship a bit of a yank when it sets off?
The tow ship will give him the barge a bit of a yank, yeah.
The barge is the thing being pulled, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Not on the barge, got it. Yeah, when the barge sets off, he falls onto his back because he wasn't expecting it to move so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go on whichever one O'Malley isn't on.
Okay.
O'Malley will be on the one that most of the party is on.
Yeah, I got a friend.
Sounds like I'm going on my own then.
With the other
Well, I
barge.
mean, I think at the minute it's an even split.
Yeah.
So,
Fine.
Sarah,
I'll
where are
just
you
swim.
going?
I was going on the tow because I wanted it to
Okay.
toot the horn.
Toot the
So-
Go
horn.
on.
Toot toot.
Sarah's on the tow.
Fine.
Well, at this point, it's just going to be a 50-50 divide. So,
Yep, it's just wherever
Okay.
the main party is, that'll do.
this isn't super important, so we'll say that...
But it could be a battle.
I hope that isn't. I haven't planned
Yeah,
one for
after you blow the horn, you're going to trigger a horde of monsters.
We'll say that Erlan is on the barge, and you know, Alex
You
and
know.
Nick, where do you want to go?
Tow a barge.
I'm going wherever he isn't.
I'll be on the tug.
Yeah,
Okay.
join me.
There you
Oh,
go,
oh
I'm
no,
down
wait,
for him.
which is the one that the actual like captain's on? Is it the tug or
The tow.
That'd be the tow.
the tow? That'll be the one I'm on. Sorry.
Okay. So you got 3 on the barge and 2 on the tow.
Yeah.
Well, you're about 3/4 of the way through the journey when Erlan perks up and says, "Oh shit, getting a message. Hang on." And then repeats the message that he receives verbatim, which is, "Hi guys, Francisca here. Bad news. It looks like I'm not going to be able to make it to pick you up, but my friend Vero can meet you there. When you're there, just search for him. Should be okay. He can take you here."
What does he look like?
25 words.
Oh,
Something, lots of hugs and kisses. See you
Yeah,
soon.
XOXOXO. Using sending isn't an ideal method of communication.
I don't think we have any more sending scrolls.
You can reply to a sending message.
Oh.
So Erland, like, mouth shut. If he says anything, it's a reply. So he like looks expectantly at the other 2 who are on the barge with him.
Oh,
Art and Hierarchin.
oh no.
Oh yeah. Don't say this, Alan. We need to figure this out
Drugs.
first. Okay. Well, I imagine they're a dragon, right?
Drugs.
Okay.
I presume they are a dragon.
Drugs.
If they're gonna
Drugs.
fly us from, wait, are they flying us from? No, we're getting a boat from there. Sorry.
But she just said he can take you.
Yeah. Oh. So we may not need a boat. Oh no, they'll probably have a
This
boat.
might have just been a meeting point. for
Oh
them,
yeah, if we see a really fancy schmancy looking boat, they might take us from there to the dragons.
Pick.
The return message will not be Oakley Dokley, although as tempting as it is.
Erlan
Don't
looks
think there's much-
expectantly at Hierarchin.
I don't think there's much we need to say. If that's the only option, we're just going to have to meet him and hope that he's trustworthy.
But what does he look like?
Yeah, can we ask? Like, are they gonna
Well, she'll
respond?
be able to reply if we ask. Yeah.
Oh
Only
yeah,
if
'cause-
she was to cast the spell again and use another 4th level spell slot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, how many do you reckon? Can Logan say that the big dragon fellow has?
That Francisca has. She's minimum 10th level wizard.
Oh, fine then. We can ask. Yeah.
Right, loads.
But, you know, if she's using those spells for something else, she might be like, no, you guys get 1 4th level. I need these.
Fair enough.
Well, we'll just wing it.
Yeah, we'll wing it. I'm sure it's a well, according to my pamphlets, it's supposed to be a really nice holiday destination, but it might by the sounds of it, it's probably just going to be full of dead boats rotting. Wait, is this the Pacific garbage patch? Of
Pacific
boats?
garbage patch. No, this is a scrapyard.
Okay, but it's floating in the sky though.
Yes.
So it's the
As are the
sky-
cities.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
is
the-
everything else.
So
Yeah.
it's the sky garbage patch, is it?
Yeah. The Pacific sky. So yeah, Erland like looks disappointed at both of you, having like expected one of you to tell him what to say. I was like,
Okay, we'll look expectantly for your friendo. XOXO, hugs and kisses, lots and lots of love.
That's what I'm
Erlan.
doing.
Erland stays in like a really monotone voice. Okay, we will look expectantly for your friendo. XOXO, hugs and kisses. Bye.
And your name?
Erlan.
Thank you.
Can we have a flash to her perspective now that she's received that?
Yeah. The camera pans over to a dragon in an enormous chamber with 3 other even larger dragons. He goes, "What the fuck?" And then the camera pans back to you guys.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But yeah, no response comes back.
Did
You
she
didn't
seem
ask
happy
if he
about
was
our
a dragon
message?
anyway, but
Yeah, we weren't going to waste it. We could have. Oh, yeah, no, never mind.
I
It's a
think we
free
did waste
reply.
it.
no,
We definitely.
you
wasted
get a
it.
free
We get-
reply. She
Yeah, yeah,
doesn't get. Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I meant. It's a free
infinite
reply.
messages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So her thing was a very monotone message received. Hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses.
Message received.
Yes,
Mhm.
Basically.
But yeah, the rest of the journey is mostly uneventful, and the Captain Scrappy will go and find the 2 of you on the tow truck and be like, "Well, we're not planning on stopping. We're just going to pass straight by it and cut off the barge. So if you guys want to hop off as we're passing by, then that'd be your best chance.
Okie
I
dokie.
mean, it's probably not a problem for you, Aarakocra and all that, but the fellow and his strange shadowy friend, the Echo.
I'll
gives
get
him a
over.
thumbs
I'll
up.
get over just fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, as for you on the barge, you're about to make a crash landing
Oh, no.
As the ropes are cut and the barge is basically like set drifting very slowly into the enormous trash pile. And to explain what you see of Saraha, it is, it's a big ship graveyard. It's these skeletal remains of like chipped wood and broken hulls. There's very little like left, maybe like shattered cannons and things that were too heavy or too expensive to move that weren't worth like repair costs.
That's
So
cool things.
Man, I was really missold on what Sarah looks like.
yeah, it's not much of a holiday
It
destination.
Is it like The
There-
Simpsons where Homer holds up that thing and then he pulls it down and it's just a ruin?
There isn't even any like actual land either. Like there's no like solid ground. It's these ships that have all like collided together and like
Wow, okay.
interlinked
Are they
and
just like
smashed into
floating
one
there?
another.
So
Yeah.
with this, I say to the guy, just make sure we're pretty close so I can get over quite easy, yeah?
Are you scared of heights?
Scruffy just sort of like grunts. So yeah, I'll give you a countdown.
Don't look down.
How far? Okay, so how far would we be to
I
like
think it
one of
would
the
more
safe
be
locations?
It'd be like a 30-foot drop, but like he'd put you over one of the like more solid looking wrecks. And be like, well, if you're gonna jump, now's probably your best time unless you got some better idea.
I in this instant, I instantly get the echo to appear down there and teleport myself into his
Okay.
position. It's 30
Yep.
feet. I can do it.
Yep. So he's like, fucking
I
wizard.
just,
What?
I just literally, Sarah, if you're it's still there, what you basically see is the echo just dissipate from its normal position and just like instantly regenerate itself on the land below, and then instantly, just like a big flash happens, and instead of it being the echo, it's O'Malley, and he's just stood there like, yeah, easy enough.
Then I guess the echo do you swap places with the echo?
I swap places, so we swapped, and then he
Okay.
disappears
Yeah,
because
and then he
obviously as it's
disappears
traveling,
again and comes back.
yeah, next to me.
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
easy. Couldn't get any problems like that.
Talk about pro. But yeah, Scrappy looks at you and goes, "Are you gonna teleport too, or like, are you
I'm
just
old
gonna?
school, baby.
What about the cat?"
I got him. Don't you worry.
Cats always land on their feet.
Yeah, Taito is like looking at the like edge of the ship, looking at you.
30 feet's fine
Looking-
for him.
Yeah, I can make an acrobatics check for. Well, you can make an acrobatics check for him to see how well he lands.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty agile.
Mhm, yeah.
I tall. Acrobatics roll.
What did he get? We're only going to take the 15, which is the first one. So we'll half the damage. It's not going to be much. 5 damage as, he lands, and it's like a, 10-meter drop. So, technically it should be 1d10 for every 10 feet fallen, but I think that's pretty stupid. So we're just going to do 1d10 as opposed to 3d10, and then half it.
Oh,
I rolled 10, so you take 5 damage on Taito.
what's the chances of that?
1 in 10. But yeah, Taito just like hops down and lands next to O'Malley. The rest of you, in fact, no, the barge would be coming towards the ship that you have just landed on. It's this more solid-looking wreck, and this was probably a hunting barge as well at some point. Just like this large open deck where normally hunters would be able to fight on the deck.
Is it coming straight at him?
What? Yeah.
Land high.
I mean, like, there's other ships where, like, they've, like, smashed into one another and stuff. Like, you guys being capable adventurers can hop between these ships fairly easily. I'm not going to, like,
Yeah.
make you make a check
Yeah,
for that, but yeah.
Instantly, as soon as he sees it going, he goes, or I best get out the fucking way, and then literally turns and starts legging it away from there so he doesn't get
Yeah, like-
crashed into.
You like hop a couple of ships over, and yeah, Taito follows you. As yeah, it's like watching this crash in slow motion as well, because the barge isn't moving fast. It's just incredibly like heavy with this other ship as the two collide. And yeah, there's the sound of splintering wood as the three of you who are all on the ship, I would like you to make acrobatics checks if you are still on the ship when it crashes.
Okay.
And I will make one for Erlan and Hyarkin. You as well.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, not bad.
Oof.
I've braced for impact.
Do
I was like, +5. That's fine.
okay. So you're going to take full damage, Rob,
Uh-huh.
and the other two are going to take half damage. It's not going to be too much. It's going to be 7 damage, and then half for Nick and Erlan, down to 3 damage.
Yeah, would that just be 3?
As yeah, essentially like this thing happens, and you're all just like knocked on your ass and like onto like splintering, unstable wood.
I'm like, pff, sleeping in the bath hurt more than that.
Probably did.
I'm not taking HP off it for it though.
A day. So yeah, you all have made it onto this island.
Just about.
As
A few scratches.
it's not too hard to reunite, especially now that you are, you know, the ship that you guys are on has merged with the ship that they were on. Yeah, your instructions are to find Vero
do you
in
spell
this
Vero?
big ship graveyard. Vero.
Cheers.
Like a failed social media website.
I was going to say Vero. I've got that app. No one ever uses it.
Fucking bite me. All right, look, these are like notes that I wrote like whenever we started this campaign and I first came up with Saraha. You guys are like calling back to an old area.
Wow.
So, you know, blame the Logan of 3 years ago or whenever it was.
Right, I'm gonna go fly up and have a look-see. See if I can
Okay.
spot anything cool.
Okay, yeah. Make a perception check for me, please, Sarah.
Me do perception.
It was Francisca's friend, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. 23.
23. Yeah, you spot a couple of things. First and foremost, you spot a like where several large ships have all been sort of smashed into one another. Probably not hunting barges, probably more merchant ships. You know, more like a classical sort of ship shape, where they've all like crashed into one another at weird angles and made sort of like this weird like bird's nest sort of like just tangle of ships, which is like currently just like overrun with like all sorts of like domesticated sort of birds like seagulls and pigeons, just all scattered about the place, all like scrounging around for food in this one particular zone. The other thing that happens is some small songbirds fly up to you and look at you, and then in comments say, "Oh, hi, you're new here."
Didn't expect that.
Are you here for some reason?
Are they real? Can I check if they're real?
What do you want to do to check if they're
He
real?
handed them.
Magic? I think I can detect magic.
Okay, you're gonna cast detect magic.
Yes.
Okay. How do it work?
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around.
Okay. You would see a very faint glow of magic about these birds, and I believe it tells you the type of magic as well. This is enchantment.
Oh. So someone's controlling these.
Enchantment
Is that what-
is it can be used for like charm effects and such, but it's more just an effect that alters another person or alters another creature.
So it doesn't need a person to make that happen.
This doesn't tell you the specific spell that has been cast on a creature. That would be something like Identify would do. Would like identify exactly what the effect is. This is more to detect: is there magic happening? What sort of magic is it?
Okay, so I know it's an enchantment.
Mhm.
That and that's it. Okay.
Within 30 feet of you, if you're like flying up in the air, I'm assuming that like most things would be out of range of that. All of your magical equipment that lights up like a Christmas tree
Whoa.
and probably dazzles you for a moment.
Yeah. And what did they say to me? They just saying I'm new.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
hi, you're new here.
I am new
You
here.
looking for something?
Looking for a friend, perhaps.
Oh, what's his name?
What's your name?
Say it.
I'm Mr. Tweetums,
Tweet.
and that's Sir Tweets-a-lot.
Are you Twitter birds?
Songbirds,
Okay.
The irritating kind?
if they want to be.
Oh.
Yes.
Ott prepares to fend his ears.
Why do songbirds live out here in a wasteland? I suppose.
If a bird could shrug, it would.
I would guess no hustle and bustle of a big city, so it's easier to like.
Yeah, but there's no food
I mean, you
here.
can see the city from here. You're not that far from the city. This is for a bird that can fly. It's not so bad. But
I mean, if it's a songbird, no, it's not a songbird, is it?
These
it
are.
is a songbird. It's a very small bird. Like a bird of prey would pick it off if it tried to make that journey. Yes,
Rizu's not a bird of prey though.
she could be. Risu does eat meat.
I do.
Can Rizu shrug?
I can
Yes.
shrug. I have shoulders.
She does have shoulders. I don't know if you can shrug while you're flying.
It might fall.
But yeah, these birds don't seem exceptionally smart either. I don't think it really comprehends your question. It's like, I'm here because I'm here. Why are you here?
Hi, I exist. But controlled by enchantment.
The type of magic that is affecting these creatures is enchantment. It's one of the schools of magic.
Huh.
Like, magic can be divided into certain categories. Like, evocation is like elemental damage. Illusion is pretty obvious. Transmutation is changing one thing from one shape into another. And enchantment is normally like mental magic sort of stuff. Like, charm spells are normally enchantment.
Right. Okay.
I was worried because the dwarf man said that animals speak here and people go crazy.
Would Rizu and
You say that out loud?
Mr. Tweetums get on?
A little bit, yeah. I'll say out loud.
Mr. Tweetums says, yeah, we speak. I don't know about any crazy people though. There's not many people who live here. Not like people. There's birds. We live here.
Oh, and you haven't seen any other people recently?
Oh, I mean, there's the master.
Is he a nice person?
Yeah, he feeds us.
Oh, that's good.
Does that
That
person
explains
look
why
like?
you guys live here.
Are you hungry?
I mean, I can grab a bite.
Mr. Tweetums and Sir Tweets-a-lot both take off in the direction of the large flock of birds.
Oh. I'll go back and report this to the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, I
didn't
didn't realize
say
you were with us.
Oh,
Yeah, she was flying in the air with some birds.
Ah, okay.
So, the birds can talk here.
Should we be worried?
Okay.
I heard.
Are you sure you're not going crazy?
Logan,
Hello, I'm Logan.
is see, since birds are talking, there's weird magic shit going on.
Mm.
Is the echo being weird?
Roll a d20 for me.
13.
Its color keeps flickering and shifting. Like it, sometimes it's grey and sometimes it's like vibrant pink, and then it flickers back to like a blue and then to a grey again. And it's not like constant, but it's like every few minutes its color will like shift.
Is it recognizing that problem?
It looks down at itself, and then it like anytime its color shifts, it goes to stand next to whoever is wearing the nearest colored clothes.
Huh.
Like when it's blue, it stands next to Risu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just from that interaction alone and knowing how Amali came about. Well, that'd be the weird magic in the area then.
Enchantments. The birds refer to a person as their master, but it can't be that bad. He feeds the birds here.
I wonder if the master looks like the bird lady from Home Alone.
Home Alone
Two.
2. Yeah,
Oh god.
I hope so.
Aw.
Bird person feeds the birds.
Just feed the birds.
They may be friendly. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't assume everybody's bad, but everybody has been bad.
Wow.
Amalia's.
I've
What?
become I've become predictable.
Oh.
That's exactly what you were
No,
trying to
no,
tell
no.
O'Malley. Don't presume everyone's bad.
Already presumed.
Do you have a
I'm worried
map
we're going to
for
start
the-
hallucinating. as we go.
Not for this area, no.
Okay.
Well, they flew in the
I'll
place
put
where
you
all
on
the
the
birds
world
are.
map at the very least, so you're not looking at this shit.
Hey,
There we go.
wow. Yingy, you stole my blanket.
Yeah, I also updated the world map, but same issue.
Oh no, you didn't export it
Oh,
properly.
sorry.
Oh, not enough.
I was like,
So-
I was looking at it thinking, I can still see my personally entered things on there.
Yes, that issue with not enough tentacles.
There's never enough tentacles.
No.
So,
Should we go to the more populated areas of the land? I don't know, how many people are on this blob of garbage?
We go to the birds
At the
to see
minute,
the bird
no one.
person.
No, we could. I don't.
Bird person.
Bird person.
Oh.
Come on, people who
I,
feed birds can't be bad.
No, I don't want to go
I'm
crazy.
like-
Literally no one who feeds birds could possibly be evil.
I was like, well, after you then.
All right then.
Yeah, traversing this is a lot easier for one of you than it is for the others. It's possible to get around a little bit, but like if you're looking for like a specific destination, you're gonna need a way of like traversing large gaps, which like
What
mean-
what distances are we talking about?
I think you can probably like pick a route using your like echo teleport if it's like it can cross like 30 feet gap.
Yeah, as long as I'm 30 feet away from it, it won't disappear. Unless I like use my ability that allows me to be further away from it.
hmm But like, yeah, I think you
Or I
probably
then
would have to
that
like
allows me to
pick a
teleport.
slower route than just like directly jumping from place to place. Like you'd have to like pick around obstacles and gaps. But yeah, crossing across Saraha is it's just a bit of a task, and if you were probably slightly lower level, it would probably be a quite arduous task. But I'm sure you guys have ways of getting around this stuff.
Yeah, we're pros at this.
I should get
you guys
levitate as a
got-
spell.
Have you
Mhm.
guys not
Or
like,
fly,
is it
Fly.
Shadow Step or whatever it is?
Misty Step.
Misty Step, is that not
Erlan
something you
has.
guys have?
Well,
I mean, Erlan can like
Door.
yeah, he can
Oh, yeah.
like get to within 500 feet
Mm.
of the destination and just be like, I'm going if he needs to. But like, if you guys come up with a way that doesn't use his spell slots, he'll go with that. And he could take one person with the door. But yeah, you don't have the old bag of holding trick anymore.
What happened to bag holding?
Jolly's
It
item.
went.
Oh, damn.
Bah, bah.
Only if we knew.
If only.
I
Yeah.
could
So,
use
yeah.
my black bead on everybody and then push them into the
Um,
door.
Putting them in a hamster ball does not make them more maneuverable.
Aww.
That would just make them plummet to their deaths.
Whoopsie daisy.
Oh, wait.
Sorry, guys.
Potion of gaseous form. What does this do? Ooh, what the...
That'd do it. You would be a floating smoke ot for an hour. Yeah,
Oh.
you could fly around as you please like that.
That's true. How much do these usually cost, out of curiosity? Because I don't think I've...
Gaseous form isn't that expensive. It's only about 50 gold because you can't do a lot while you are a gaseous form.
What happens if you inhale a person that's in a gaseous form?
Well, you can
Yeah.
hold your breath for as
You get
long as you
very
can hold
sick.
your breath. Yeah.
I'm
There's
gonna-
no like oxygen in them.
I'm going to gaseous form inside of Spectral Man.
Okay. I mean, he's
No.
solid. So like,
You could see me in him.
well, no, because you can't go inside stuff. You're a gas. Like he's a solid thing. He can pick stuff up. He can move stuff around. He's just transparent.
Oh, okay. No, I thought if I make... Oh, okay, yeah. I see. It's not...
You can like fit through like cracks in the wall and stuff when you're a gas, but like you can't like phase through stuff like a ghost.
Huh.
God, this fucking bot.
Yeah, it's painful.
Like every time it stops, I think, oh, Discord's stopped working because like my internet's been a little bit shitty today.
Yeah, this is worse than it was last time.
It's okay. The drinker transforms along with everything it's wearing and carrying into a misty cloud for 1 hour. The spell ends if the creature drops to 0 hit points and incorporeal. What?
Incorporeal.
Incorporeal. Oh, I did not know that word. Creature isn't affected. What is incorporeal?
It means you don't have a solid physical form.
Oh, okay.
You are a gas.
While in this form, the target's only method of movement is flying for 10 feet. The target can occupy the space of another creature. The target
But you
has
can't be in hell.
resistance to non-magical damage, and it has advantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws. The target can pass through small holes, narrow openings, and even mere cracks. Though it treats liquid as though they were solid surfaces. The target can't fall and remains hovering in the air even if surrounded by even when stunned or otherwise incapacitated. While in the form of a misty cloud, the target can't talk or manipulate objects and any other object it was carrying or holding, and can't be dropped.
Yeah, if you drink that, that's you for an hour.
Oh. But you can
But
see me
it
though.
get you where you want to go, and you haven't used it so far.
Yeah, fun.
You've had it like the whole campaign, so
That's true.
if you want, you can drink that one.
The target can't attack or cast spells. Yeah, why not? Fun. Glug.
Okay. Art drinks a potion and turns into smoke.
I had to fart,
You
she
can
gets
still
blown away.
see him if you're like looking and you sort of know where he already is, but yeah, he's a smoke art.
Don't inhale him.
Do it.
Erlan takes a step
Wait.
back and holds his breath.
What about if there's like a gust of wind? Will he just get blown away?
I
Yes.
assume you can.
Do I
A
dissipate?
particularly strong gust of wind, yes.
Could I dissipate?
I mean, not permanently because the spell isn't permanent.
Okay, that's alright
I want to know the science behind this.
I refuse to answer.
Oh. Can you get high off art?
No.
Uh.
You can suffocate to death off art.
then.
He
Oh,
has no oxygen.
put me in a
It contains no
paper
oxygen.
bag and
Considered
huff me.
puffing.
Yeah. If you put him in a bag first.
Anyway,
Technically, you could end the spell early if you drop to 0 hit points.
I would not like to do that. I'll be a gaseous form for an hour. I just can't interact with anyone. I'm sorry.
Erlan's like, well, I mean, Hyarkin, you're probably the one with the most magic out of all of us, so I'm like not about to volunteer to door you across if I can avoid it.
Yeah, that's okay. I was having a look at what I've got. I do have Arcane Gate that I could use to open a portal
Yeah, that will let everyone pass through, I
to
believe.
let everyone use it. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
After Oz
After
Great.
Oz drank
Only-
his potion.
Only
I
cost me
mean-
But
$50.
that would also help
I was
Taito
going to
get
let
through.
him do that.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers. Yeah. You
It
guys
is
have
level
fun.
6, and I've only got one level 6 slot, but I'll,
Oh,
I'll
wow.
do it.
Gaseous sad noises.
I'll do it as the safe option.
Okay. Is that what you plan on doing?
Yeah, if everyone else agrees with that, that
Okay.
should make it easy for everyone.
It would make
Yeah,
Taito be able to get
And we
across
don't
because
need
that
to
was
worry
the other
about Taito.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I'll come. If that's the case, then if you're going to use that portal, then
Yeah.
I'll come
Yep.
to that portal as well.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'll
so I
press the
believe
button
you
just
have
so
to
you
be
know
able
that.
to see your destination, but that's
yeah.
not too hard to get to a vantage point where you can see it and then, like,
As long as it's within 500 feet, but I presume it is.
yeah.
Could
You can
we,
get within to a vantage point within 500 feet.
Yeah.
Could we do clever things with that spell? Like, so if they have to see it, if we had a mirror and reflected something that's out of their sight, could they make a
Yeah,
portal?
I guess as long as it's within 500 feet still.
Ah,
Yeah, technically. Don't see why not.
As long as the destination is within 500 feet, I'd allow it.
clever.
Does it have
yeah.
that weird, pardon me, kind of triangle on the floor where you're trying to place the portal?
No, it's like, I don't know, how does it look for you? It's your spell, you describe it.
Like
How
the
would
doorway in Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Whoa.
So you spin your thing and
Yeah,
then like this.
yeah, I actually
burning
do
circle
that as well.
happens. Okay.
Make it look
Your
really
sling
cool.
ring.
It's like someone's got
Yep.
an angle grinder out and they're just cutting up metal.
Yeah, there's just sparks flying everywhere.
I can't wait for Doctor Strange too.
And yeah, Taito like looks at Risu to see if it's okay.
I give him a feathers thumbs up.
Taito hops through and lands on the other side, where all of the birds immediately scatter because the giant predator has leaped into the middle of them.
Was he the first one to get out?
Well, I mean,
Sounds like it. He just jumped straight through.
Oops.
I only just made it.
Well, I better join him.
Okay.
Whee!
Risu just I'm guessing you like fly over, or you can just hop
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the portal. But yeah. And yeah, the rest of you, I'm guessing, to like save the agony of I hop through, I also hop through, I also hop through.
I
I'm
cartwheel
guessing you
through.
all jump through. Okay, you cartwheel through. Make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
That one, you fall to your death. Okay.
I clumsily cartwheel
Yeah,
through.
you sort of like jump and your hand touches the floor, but like both your feet never actually leave the ground.
Sounds just
More
like
like you
real
do
life.
like a weird looking roll to get through.
I have a meme for this.
But yeah, you guys all arrive on the deck of one of these ships where all of these birds had gathered and were like picking around, and you can see that there's like seeds that have been scattered across this deck. And you can see sort of where like another ship has like collided in and is like resting at like 90 degrees like above. It's like created like a shaded area, and you peering into the shaded area see a very well dressed gentleman who appears to be sat on a makeshift desk chair holding like a bag, and like there's seeds like spilling out of his hand. He's like, hi.
Hi. I heard you feed birds.
He looks at the seeds in his hand. It's like, yeah, I wasn't expecting guests. It's like the last of the seeds just sort of spill out between his fingers, and he puts his bag on the ground and goes, as delighted as I am to have guests, how can I help you? Who are you?
We had a fate touched. Name drop.
That video is amazing.
He goes, interesting. Not that I'm a particularly suspicious person, but you wouldn't happen to have any way of verifying that claim, would you?
Yeah, we
So
got a
pull out-
badge.
Pull out that ID that the
You
doctor
actually
has.
have badges.
We do have badges. I asked for badges.
Yeah. It's like, oh, there's certainly badges. Uh, well, glad that you led with that one. I was actually waiting for you. Hi,
Cool.
my name is Vero, and I live here.
Oh wow, that was a lot easier. We thought you were just a guy who feeds birds.
I am a guy who feeds birds.
Wait, you're the master then?
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean the master of these birds. This is my house.
Are they friendly?
The birds are. Yeah.
At this point, because I don't think anyone actually explained it from the other party that we were meeting someone else.
Yeah.
I said, so this is your dragon friend.
Oh no.
You guys, oh fuck, you figured it out already. I was gonna do like a big reveal bit, but no, yeah.
No, do it anyway. I
Like
wanna
a
see.
seagull lands next to him and goes, seeds! Fucking
Oh my
points at the
god, they do
ground.
talk.
Like, yeah, the birds talk around my house. I don't like actively make them do it, but yeah, they like to talk.
Maybe it's because you're feeding them around like a magical wasteland.
Hmm. Is there something wrong with those seeds?
I mean, I think that definitely helps. Normally, normally more powerful dragons than me have like an effect on the area around them. I wouldn't normally have an effect. But yeah, I guess like this is kind of a magic place. So it makes the animals around here talk. Seeds. There's literally seeds everywhere, man.
I mean, I had a conversation with the others. All I'm hearing here is seeds.
Yeah, the seagulls aren't very smart.
Oh,
No.
Oh, they're just constant.
The seagull looks vaguely offended.
seeds.
Seeds, as it like pecks at the seeds.
I
Yeah.
say to the seagull, these seeds are mine.
Mine?
It looks at you and says, "You can take them from my cold dead beak."
Oh my god, it can threaten.
And then it starts like moving towards you like it's about to pick a fight.
Grabs it by the neck and says, "Are you sure?"
You about to have to roll an attack roll if you want to grapple this thing.
Oh, okay. I don't want to
in
attack
between
it. I
all
just
this
want to.
happening, this seagull
it.
like fronting on art, and I'm like, I love this fucking bird. It's like,
A few
go on,
pigeons.
go at him, go
Right.
at him, give him a stab.
A few
I just,
pigeons like all land and like make a circle around you and like get him.
Oh no.
O'Malley's in that circle, like, go on, lad, go on, get him.
Seagull like starts like beating its wings to try and look big and intimidating at you.
Taito, speak.
And Plato looks at you and opens its mouth and just meow.
Oh, that was no help.
And Vera's like, I can speak to him if
Wait,
you
hang on a
want.
minute.
I don't think I can make him speak but I can talk to him if you wanted to say something.
Also, a gassy cloud. So the.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, he just sort of flaps his wings at you, and
disperses me a little bit.
yeah,
Got fainted.
Shikart, you're a gassy cloud. Technically, you can't talk.
Oh yeah. Can I brush up against the pigeon? Will it feel me?
Yeah, I mean,
Feel my wind?
in fact, I don't think it would like feel anything. It would be aware of you because you are still visible.
Okay.
Like,
Doing these pigeons.
how would you react if like a person-shaped cloud of gas rushed at you? Because I imagine a pigeon would fly the hell away.
Shout seeds at it.
Can I make the wind windier?
You can only control your own body.
Damn it.
Try farting.
Yeah.
Art tries to fart.
But
There is no fart.
Oh, what's that?
Does his gas
You
cloud
do not
start to
have-
smell?
You do not have a functional digestive system
No.
as a cloud.
I was really hoping a small green puff of air would come from behind my cloud.
Cast a more powerful spell. True shape into an polymorph into an air elemental.
I so got to become an air elemental. My next character.
Whatever, it's true polymorph. Yeah, you can you can not do a lot. As an aggravated seagull is like pretty ineffectively trying to pick a fight with you, and eventually like Vero stands up and like brushes the seeds off his lap. It's like, okay, this is going absolutely nowhere. And he like waves the seagull off. It's like, get! And the seagull like shouts an offended seeds, but flies off. Seeds. And he's like, well, yeah, Francisca let me know you guys were coming. She had originally planned on meeting all of us here, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I mean, I know most of you by reputation. Technically I trade in stories, but it's a little bit strange. Sometimes people come by. Mostly they talk to the birds. The birds talk back, and then the birds tell me whatever's going on. Not many people actually come this deep into this place, and those who do are generally just looking to rob me. So I tend to scare them off.
Are you the reason people disappear? We were told that people disappear. They see
No one
talking birds.
disappears unless they like have a nasty fall or something, but that's not my fault.
Can I investigation? No.
Insight?
Insight, maybe?
Sure, you can make an insight check if you think he's lying.
11. Don't trust him.
Bird people.
Hard to read. He's I mean, for starters, if he's a dragon, this isn't his real face. So it could probably be whatever expression he wants. But he doesn't seem like he's outwardly lying, and if he's Francisca's friend, he's probably not evil, ?
I don't trust him. People disappear around here.
He
And then
feeds
come back
birds.
insane.
He just feeds birds.
Yeah, he's as insane as the lady from Home Alone 2.
She was
She
nice.
saved him.
She was nasty. Did you see her face?
She
was covered
took
in
on the
birds.
gunman.
Yeah.
Never trust her.
Granted, she did align herself with Macaulay Culkin, who I would definitely say is chaotic evil. Straight up like Satan's spawn child in
He
that
threw
movie. He's like
bricks at the
terrifying.
guys'
He's
heads.
actually a terrifying monster.
Bowling balls.
My
Hot
dad
handles.
loved that.
Electrocution.
It's
She's
the
definitely the
scene where he
worst
keeps
person.
throwing the bricks.
Yeah.
It's great.
God, yeah. Sarah's dad was in hysterics.
Good
at
Christmas
that scene.
movie. But yeah, he is like, well, all right, I'm gonna transform real quick. Don't be alarmed.
Not alarmed.
Okay. And he like steps out of the shadow onto the deck, and all of the birds, sensing what he's about to do, all also like take off and just like clear the area. And there's a bright flash of light, and not nearly the size of Francisca, probably only about the size of like an ogre, so like the size of sort of a particularly large shed, is a brass scaled dragon. Some of his scales haven't fully like solidified as metal, so they're more of like a mottled sort of brown, but for the most part he has these like thick protective metallic plates as his scales. And he looks down at you all and, telepathically speaking, says, I'm not really big enough to carry you all, so I'm afraid that there's not going to be any traveling in style. I didn't notice any ships docking here, so I'm assuming that you must have jumped ship when one of the scrappers dropped you off. Dropped off some more scraps.
Yeah.
Just as a bit of a heads up, O'Malley is kind of just like part freaking out because
Mhm.
he's never been this close to a dragon. So he's
Mhm.
kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever you say. Like just
Vero looks down at Omar. Is he gonna be okay, or is this gonna be like a problem? Because I can transform back. This was more like just to show, you know. I'm gonna transform back, and yeah, another bright flash of light, and the well-dressed man sort of reappears and dusts himself off and say, "Okay, so yeah, obviously I can't carry you all here. I do have my own ship, but like fair warning, it's not fancy.
We're not fancy.
It's a tugboat, isn't it?
It's not a tugboat. I made it myself. Francisca has, we've been getting along pretty well recently because she's been asking me for advice on like how to fix ships. I think she's got like some project or other down in down on the surface, but
Yeah.
I can. Well, a lot of my kind, we like to live in places like this, and we tend to, make our own ships and do all sorts of stuff. And this place is a gold mine for spare parts. You wouldn't believe the things some of these guys throw away. And
I thought they
yeah,
salvage all the really useful bits and pieces from the ships.
you'd think so, wouldn't you? We're just gonna assume that like the cloud form has worn off by now.
Oh, I mean that's been a long hour.
Yeah.
Can I wait?
Yeah,
Can I?
been a short
Message. What level spell slot is that? Can I
I
message
think
people?
message is a cantrip. Technically, you still need to say the thing.
Oh really? Damn. Yeah.
But
Okay.
we'll say for the sake of you being able to play the game, yes, you can use message.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, he says that they take what they think they can get for whatever's yeah, exactly. If it's going to be expensive for them to take it all apart, then they don't bother. So a lot of stuff gets left on if it's like in bad condition or in like smashed into the ship somehow. But when you're a big fire breathing dragon, those things don't really matter as much. So yeah, there's a lot of things. I've actually implemented a couple of I'll show you. And with that, he ventures deeper into his nest of these ships, which are all like smashed into one another. And I'm assuming you guys follow him.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. So what you'd find is, in fact, this like clump of ships that are all like smashed into one another is in fact hollow, and there's no real ground here. But what there is floating, is a single, pretty busted looking like junker of a ship. It is all scrap and how many sail? I think it's only got one sail. Let me double check. Yeah, single sail. What you do find though is there appears to be some sort of brass contraption at the back which looks like a water wheel, which doesn't make such a massive amount of sense to you guys. He says, "That is the Sky Swimmer. That's my ship. It may not look like much, but that wheel at the back of it, it's actually a gnomish invention. And, I had to kind of patch it back up after God knows what happened to it. It probably never even worked in the first place when they had it. But it allows the ship to move even if the wind isn't favorable, which, for, a single sail ship is pretty helpful. It's not quite as fast, but it does function. And he will, if you guys want, help you board. Given that he can just turn into a dragon and carry you at least one at a time.
How far away is it?
Well, you guys would sort of be like up on a platform. You can probably teleport down 30 feet if you want it.
Yeah, if it gets to that point where he's taking people as a dragon, O'Malley's like, I'm good, and then teleports himself down. He's like, no, it's not normal. He's just like full on like talking to a dragon is just like weird, and he's not happy with this situation.
Huh, okay. Weird. You know, you should probably be a little bit more careful using wild magic in a place like this.
I was going to ask, is it worth finding where the kind of leaky magic is?
It's everywhere. All of these wrecks of ships. The reason ships fly in this setting is because of wild magic. So a wrecked ship will leak wild magic.
Wait, you just reminded me. I should have done a wild magic surge after I made that portal.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You can make a wild magic surge now.
Should we do it now?
We will say, because of you forgetting, and because of the area, we'll say that it's actually just a surge. So roll a D100
okay.
for me.
29.
29. I need to open up Player's Handbook 2. Warlock, Wizard, Sorcerer. Ta-da! The Wild Magic Table. The Wheel of Wackiness.
I turn
You're
into a seed.
29. You can teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see.
Whoa, there we go then. I'll just go where he was about to take us.
Straight onto the deck.
yeah, just poof right in front of him. I'm already there.
Yeah, he's like, what did I literally just say about wild magic?
It's like to me, it's like I'm well aware of what's around here. This whole thing next to me is because of the fucking shit.
Well, in that case, you should know to be a little bit more careful. And
Shut up.
I suppose you can smoke down. And so I suppose it's only Taito
He's not
that
going to
needs
need
a
to help
lift.
anyone.
Hover.
Risu can carry Taito.
Risu cannot carry Taito. Risu has a strength of like 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
she used to be able to. How sad.
Vero, can you help Taito?
He's like, yep, leave it to me. All right. You be careful. Don't scratch me. And Taito, like, looks at you.
Don't
Looks
scratch
back
him.
at grumbles, walks over to the dragon, who like gingerly picks him up and glides down to the ship and gingerly places him.
I take it you don't like cats.
It's oh no, I'm fine with cats. It's just you know, when an animal hasn't had a chance to acclimatize to this place, hasn't had a chance to like, you know, get a feel for what's going on, for the sort of person I am, they sometimes get a little bit skittish is all. You know, I just didn't want to scare your cat is all.
Yeah, no worries. He's a brave boy.
And yeah, everyone has now boarded. He's like, well, okay, I don't see any sense in us waiting around too long. So if you want, I can clear us a way out of here and we can get underway. And yeah, he literally like takes up dragon form and just starts like shifting and like pushing some of these wrecks where they're like not properly locked in together, and clearly he's sort of made like a weird makeshift door out of like 2 less fixed in ships. And yeah, I'll put
You
you
put
all
what in
on
a
the
jar?
sky swimmer so you can see it.
Whoa.
Right, there we go.
Welcome to the intro of Final Fantasy IV.
Final Fantasy IV. No one ever played Final Fantasy IV.
I
Hey,
played
it's a
Final
good one.
Fantasy before.
Is Vera.
No, this is Bioshock
yeah.
Infinite.
Bioshock Infinite. Okay, we've
No
gone
one
into
played that
very
either.
different
Fair
directions
reference.
now. Bioshock Infinite was balloons. This is sail ships. Thank you.
What? I'm sure there was. Oh, I can't remember.
No, the cities all had balloons on it. All the buildings did.
It was
They're all on
steampunk.
like zeppelins and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you guys wanted to continue playing, but I think this is a decent stopping point, as you are about to have a journey to Dragon's Rest on board your new ship, and it's going to take, several days. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let's quickly count hexes.
I mean, we're at,
Yeah.
we're at 2.5 hours.
6,
We can go
9.
for like half an hour
It'll
longer
help.
if you wanted.
Not going too far without Matt
Yeah.
as well.
Oh,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, he's going
It
to watch all
is.
this anyway.
It's a minimum of like
Hi, Matt.
Hi,
9
Matt.
to 10 days.
Matt, I swear, if you haven't made it this far, I'm going to slap you.
Yeah,
If you
Matt.
have,
Matt, if
know,
you hear
Matt.
this, write poo poo pee pee in
In
D&D
the
memes.
comments.
yeah,
Oh,
in the comments, because
In
you
the
made
in the
comments
comments.
on the video.
Rob needs his engagement.
I do need that YouTube engagement. The stats and figures. That's what I live off.
Mhm.
I'm a senior executive.
Make sure to, ring that bell, hit that, smash that like button.
Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.
I'm surprised you don't do that yet, Nick.
I
Yeah.
Yeah,
refuse.
comment, rate, subscribe.
He doesn't need to with his
Say it.
very successful Patreon of Matt.
He's not on there anymore.
He's not on there anymore?
Oh, so
No.
sad.
Apparently, he hasn't got enough money.
Traitor.
He's got to save up for
He
that.
works every day. How has he not got enough money?
I don't know.
I don't believe it. Spends it
Works
all
out
on
Weatherspoons,
beer.
that
now he
explains
gets
it.
to listen to us shit talking about him.
Yeah, Matt
Matt, damn it.
spends
Matt.
it all on beer.
Even on discount, he still hasn't got money.
If
Yeah.
he's not here next episode, we're gonna have an entire episode dedicated to Matt.
Yeah. Where instead of playing D&D, we just bitch about Matt.
Yeah.
That feels mean.
It is mean.
Well, glad. As long as we're all on the same page, I'm still fine with it. But yeah, I think that's probably a fairly good stopping point, as you guys are going to have a journey ahead of you.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay,
yep,
if you want to stop it, that's fine.
Journey to
Yeah.
D&D
can-
and beyond.
We can show you the Minecraft
D&D Beyond is
Pokemon game
something
too.
else.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah,
Minecraft
we could do
game.
that.